somebody that's
The cashier from Taco Bell. Or some
somebody
shit.
that's attainable.
Yeah, I'm fucking Linda from accounting, bro.
So what's her
Give me
name?
that all pass.
That's why we joke, dude. Because
Salma Hayek ain't looking towards this.
That's
you know
what I'm
I mean?
saying.
She don't want a dad bod.
you're trying to be a practical.
The wife is all. What's that Magic Mike dude's name?
Channing Tatum.
Channing Tatum and shit.
Pause.
Yeah.
Oh, Channing.
I'm fucking Linda from HR, bro.
Yeah, because if you give your wife a hall pass, it's somebody famous, right? Because my wife, she likes that dude Maluma. He's like a reggaeton dude.
Oh yeah.
She's like, oh, he's so handsome. Him and there's some other like Mexican dude, William Levy.
But also, he's not.
But that's who you're gonna waste it on. He's not even hot.
Go ahead.
God damn.
He probably likes you more than he would her.
Meanwhile, he has a brisket in his fucking chones.
I'm telling you, for real, dude. And then I'm like, I give out safe bets like Natalie Portman, because I think she's pretty, but I mean, come on, we're talking about real hall passes.
Even strippers, like I'm like, nah, she's hot, but that's not my hall pass.
We talked about Cardi B the other day on our show. After further review, she's mid.
She's so
mid.
ugly, bro.
Yeah.
Without makeup, holy shit, she is ugly.
I like to retract. I like to renege on my statement. She's just
Literally.
right. She's just. Look at her.
Nah, I mean, I get it.
But
Just
my wife don't want to know my real hall passes. She's like, you fucking dirtbag. It's just some random thought off of Instagram. Not famous, nothing.
yeah,
just
don't even offer me a hall pass. We'd be safer.
a lot of my favorites on Instagram, like my favorite the chicks to follow, they're like plain Jane bitches.
really.
Like no like huge set of tits
Yeah.
or huge fucking ass.
But
Boy, are you missing out?
Yeah.
They're out there.
Well, the thing is I think that I'm so numb to it now because like every other chick on Instagram's got big old tits.
It's nothing
and a
special
fat ass.
anymore.
Yeah.
That's a
but
good point.
dude, I tell you this.
But
like,
also, show me the big old shits.
it'd be
Hey,
like
I want to know if it's pepperoni or bologna.
Yeah, and beef nips.
I'm a carnivore.
But it's like that movie hall pass. Like, I really don't think that. Like, I'm like, oh yeah, I'm gonna get a hall pass. I go out and I'm not gonna get any chunch off of anything. You know what I mean? It's just gonna be like
You're gonna
wasted.
be chilling at Applebee's.
Yeah,
and
it's gonna
shit.
be wasted.
Should we have gone to Chili's?
You know what?
Badass.
That's so true. Let's say in this hypothetical situation, my wife's like, go. Like she probably knows I ain't gonna pull shit anyway. She's like,
I wouldn't even
go have
know
a hall
how.
pass. Well, if I had a hall
It's
pass,
been so long.
Yeah, I
I'd be
know how to
like,
pull ass no more.
nah, dude. I'd probably have to go to like a retirement home, dude. Where I'm
Or
the
an
hot
Asian
guy.
massage
I'm the
place.
young guy. You know what I mean? Because
for it.
if you go to a bar, even Chili's, like in the movie, like you're not pulling shit over there, dude.
But even if a girl did show some kind of interest in me, I wouldn't know how to act. Like, okay.
Dude, like a friend of mine, man, he's newly single, and he was kind of we're having the same conversation where he kind of tried to hit on a girl, and she gave him, it worked. Like she gave him his number, but he was shaking, putting her fucking number.
Fuck.
He goes, dude, I don't know what the fuck happened, dude. He goes, I don't have Riz anymore. It's like
she thought I had Parkinson's.
That's why she felt sorry for him.
good thing she didn't write on an etch a sketch, for this would have been fucking deleted. But
thought I had
it's so true that like I don't even think I had game as it is. I was just funny, maybe.
I literally fell into Andrea's lap, and we ended up to like she stuck it out.
You found one that's
know
going
what
to put over your
I mean?
shit,
Yeah,
so you just
pretty much. Because I think about all the shit that I put her through right now, like just as a normal everyday fucking husband, and just being my personality and shit. If Andrea leaves, I'm
You
gonna,
You
I'm
might
about
as
to
well
move back in
just
with
find
my
you a
parents.
boyfriend, dude. Y'all can play ping pong and just sleep in bed
Hey,
separate rooms.
Steve,
Hey.
suck my dick.
Oh, you were the one that wanted to have a
Well, I
male
told you.
roommate.
I was gonna say like it'd be fun to like have a boyfriend, but you don't do the gay shit. You just fucking hang out and
Hey,
split
Steve.
the rent.
Steve, suck my dick, man.
Nah, I'm good.
Hey, Steve, you got a date tonight? Nah, me neither.
Hey, you know
Now
what
you
though? Now you do. Just keep a chair between us at the movies. But dude, I
Just
saw
don't look at
something
me.
on like. Have you seen how people are doing like AI, like sex and shit now? Like, somebody I know, one of my friends, dude, was talking about. Oh, it was our boy Jimmy Davila.
AI sex.
How or like
VR?
people are doing like artificial intelligence OnlyFans now, where they'll customize or make like a badass AI chick, and they're making money hand over fist on OnlyFans. It's a fake chick
With AI shit.
Yes.
Like and they know it's AI.
yes.
So,
Is-
like, if you made an AI girl and you made her an OnlyFans account, that's what you're talking
bitch.
about.
Yeah, that's you made that shit. You reaped. I'm guessing.
I have a feeling that a bunch of shit is about to die. and photography is one of them
Really?
with AI.
Just because of AI?
Because think of all the filtered shit that all these girls put on Snapchat.
Yeah.
Like, it doesn't even look like them because of the filters.
Right.
But can you imagine if they know how to do AI and then turn their appearance to
Yeah.
flawless from AI?
Yeah.
Dude, photography's dead.
That's kind of true. Well, it's like with the writer's strike, right? That's
Yeah.
part of the writer's strike where they were.
This is like just. I didn't mean to cut you off, but just you saying that kind of fucking brought this to my mind. Do you think that that's gonna just stop people just from conversing in person at all?
Yeah.
People aren't going to be creative
What is
anymore.
that Ready Player One?
Yeah.
I see that totally happening.
Yeah,
I've
because
never
think
seen it.
about it. It's a good movie.
It's I mean, it's a good movie, but it also like
Foreshadowing.
totally Donnie Flamsing out
Yeah.
right now. Like, it could fucking
You say his
happen.
name 3 times, he'll pop up.
Like,
Oh, shit,
it
don't say it
most
again.
definitely could happen because their life is better in that video game. So then they never come out.
Wasn't there a movie with Bruce Willis, Surrogates? Was there a movie called? I want to say it was Bruce Willis.
I don't know.
But like, this dude had a normal life, family, whatever. But they would go plug into this other reality, go to bed, and he had a whole other life. It's like that.
What's that
that
Harry
Black
Styles
Mirror shit
movie?
too. The one with Olivia Wilde.
I think
Act like I don't know.
it's the latest one.
Yeah, I know which one you're
It's,
talking
it's
about.
kind of like that.
It had that controversy around it.
Did it?
Yeah.
Okay, well, that's the one I'm talking
It was
about.
when,
it was the Olivia Wilde movie. It was,
mm-hmm.
yeah. But that's like totally AI shit too.
Really? See, I haven't
Fuck,
seen
they've
that
been
either.
doing it since Total Recall in the 90s with Arnold
Stepford Wives.
Schwarzenegger.
That's kind of how it's
Like
like.
that?
Like, because he, I mean, it shouldn't be a spoiler. It's been out for
Yeah.
forever. But he like, kind of like sedates her, and then the life that she's living is like another, not world, but like a.
Reality.
Yeah,
Like
in
an
another
alternate
reality. Yeah, and in her real life, she's in bed. Like,
What's
just-
it called?
Just
Do you remember what it's called?
The Stepford Wives?
No, it's like Stepford
It's like
Wives.
that.
Oh.
But it's the Harry Styles.
Oh,
Olivia
okay, I
I
Wilde.
know which
know.
one you're talking about. Yeah, because there was
I can see that, like, it's on the tip of my tongue, pause, but I can't remember what it's called.
there was a lot of controversy around it because that's when she started. I know all the.
She's dating
with
or
Chris,
some shit?
with Chris Pine.
She started,
right?
yeah, with Chris
Yeah.
Pine. Remember, didn't he spit on Chris Pine like at the movie?
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah. There was like some beef and shit, and then she cheated on Jason
Jason
Sudeikis
Sudeikis
with
with Harry Styles.
Yeah, because of that movie. That's all I know about it.
Because maybe he had a hall pass. She had a hall
Oh,
pass.
it comes full circle. It comes full circle.
I don't know, man. It's
Y'all ready
just-
to
yeah.
start the show?
Yeah, let's do
All
it.
right, here we go.
John Eric. Media.
Okay, here we go.
All you ladies, pull your chi-chis out. This is the JP Lopez Show. Also, if you're a transgender, pull your pecker out. This is the JP Lopez Show.
What is up? Thank you for tuning back into the JP Lopez Show. First, I wanted to start off with the, we made it to 2024, so I want to give a big, huge shout out to all these fuckers, man. Mike Landine, Jonathan Sanchez, happy birthday, Nate Martinez, Harvey Quiros, San Juan Rodriguez, DJ Kipo, Gavina Lopez, Adrian Puga, Mike De Leon, Frank Murillo, Mary Jane Chavez, Mark Jimenez, Paul Trevino, Aaron Mata, Big Dan House. I fuck with Hill Barbecue, Jimenez, Tanqueria, and Bubba and Bree, and of course, Tigre Burrito, man. Just these guys have fucked with me all year, bro. I've got to shine some light with them, like really and truly appreciate them, and I fucking speak nothing but success for your 2024, man. Thank you guys. But what's up, man? I got
Hey, copy and paste that list to me.
Okay.
We need
Sounds
to
good.
shout those people out too.
but I got the Pandejos in the studio, man.
Whoa.
It only makes sense to have the John Eric Media. We're missing, of course, we're missing
The fourth
Donnie.
horseman.
Yeah, Donnie, who the founding fathers of the John Eric Media.
The core four.
But he had to work today. But I really wanted y'all on to start the 2024, man.
Oh, thanks for having us, dude.
Just to really show solidarity, show like I fucks with y'all more than y'all know. Like I just love y'all, man. I
Likewise,
couldn't
likewise.
have thought of any better person now to have a guest for. To
We
start
appreciate it, man.
2024.
You know what? It's one of those things, JP, that we're like, we don't, you come in and do your thing, we do our thing, or our paths, are always crossing it somehow, and we don't say it all the time, but dude, we love you. We're glad you're with us. So, if you ever feel like you're not feeling it, it's there. You know what I mean?
No,
So,
there's not one time that
Good.
I felt I was like not a part of y'all guys, man. Like I get what you're saying, and I love you. Thank you for those words, but it's never been competition. It's never been
No, it's
little
always love.
brother
Yeah.
type shit. Like,
Yeah.
give me the controller. It's not even plugged in. Fucking.
leave them those mics, but don't plug them in.
That's actually a badass fucking reference.
But yeah, it's
better,
never
yeah.
been that type of shit, man.
Nah, of
So,
course not, man. It's your show is your show, and you've done your thing with it, and you've, it's changed from what it was when you first started, which all of our shows do. You find your thing you want to do with sometimes you have to do something different with different guests. It all works out, But no, man, you do your thing, and we couldn't be more happy for you. Same with everybody on the network. We're very happy with everybody what they're doing. You know what I mean? Nobody has. Me and Jonathan have never been like, oh, man, I don't want to listen to that guy's show or listen to her show, or I don't want to do that. Yeah, I'll skip this week. We never done that because if y'all aren't successful, we're not successful. You know what I mean? So we want to do whatever we can to make sure that you're.
And it's
there.
funny that you say that because I was going to bring up here on the podcast that believe me, I know you guys still have young kids in the home. So I know that with work and then your kids and your family life, y'all are real hectic. But I wanted to see if y'all were like really thinking about expanding for 2024.
We were just talking about that
Yeah.
before we started recording.
Yeah. We've got plans. It's gonna take a little bit. I mean, we're always thinking of shit. Like it's never not like we're never stale, right? Like I would say,
But I'm saying you've got listeners, I've got listeners that are maybe thinking about maybe starting this shit.
Yeah.
And
Holler
maybe
at us.
reaching out to people
Yeah.
who
Hell yeah,
who know.
dude. We were literally just talking about that before you came in. Because I was like, man, I feel like we've outgrown this office, and Eric was like, maybe we should just rent another one. We'll have two that way because we've got the equipment now to support another office, and we just need more people to because there's even times like where we're all kind of stepping over each other for times in the studio, where
So what you're saying, it's time for an A gym and a B team gym.
you called it, dog. Yep, exactly.
Studio
For real.
one, studio
Because I don't know
two.
if you
quick
knew
team,
this.
strong team, quick
in junior
team.
high, I was the B team all star. Me too.
But once again, it all goes back to like you guys doing your thing because like we don't have to be in here to babysit you with the procaster. Like you know how to do your thing.
yeah.
Oh yeah.
Don Flamingo knows how to do it. Armando Face and Sports, he knows what he's doing there. The only one that doesn't ever fuck with it is Andrea, but that's because I'm with her and I do it. You know what I mean? She's the talent and I'm the behind the scenes.
But
you know
that's
what
how
I mean?
that's how that show.
Yeah,
rolls.
yeah, that's how that shit is. And she preferred not to do it. She just let me do it. I'm cool with
You're
that.
cool with that.
But that's what I'm saying. Like y'all can do y'all's own stuff. So if we had somebody that came in that was like, "Hey, I want to start a new show," cool. We'll get you going, and we'll get with you for a few weeks.
And don't be no
get you
slap
set.
dick and just put some shit together all of a sudden. Like if
Yeah,
you are
there's
really seriously thinking about starting a show,
Because that's one thing we if we feel like you're putting out some bullshit, but hey man, maybe just you take your talent somewhere else, man.
Take your talent to South
We
Beach.
want it to be good content, not just we've joked about it before, like motherfucker, just because there's a mic in front of you don't mean you need a podcast. Like maybe it's not
And
for
there
everybody.
is a lot of people
Yeah.
that think that they can just jump on and like wreck shop.
And
I've listened to podcasts
Yeah.
that are like that. I'm like, damn man, maybe podcast is not for y'all.
and having a podcast it's like a second job. Like I mean, and not to suck our own dicks or anything, but like everybody pulls their own weight when it comes to their shit. So I mean, if you want to do it, like come with
like take that shit serious.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
everybody has though. They're
Yeah.
taking it pretty
I
serious.
think so too.
Of course, we're joking around and it's a fun time, but I mean, it is like you want to take it serious.
Well, you have like to consider that if you're bringing in a podcast, if it's just you, then yeah, you are accountable for just yourself. But if it's heavily guest related like mine, like you have to worry about people last minute cancellations. Shit comes up last
Yeah.
minute. We've got 4 other shows here that we've got to schedule in between or find time.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like you said, it's a second job. It's crazy.
I was telling Eric that earlier today because I was like, man, I feel like I premiered my show too early because I anticipated dropping it when I did, and like I'll give it a week or two and I'll bank a few episodes, dude. It's to get, because mine is going to be heavily. I'm going to need guests, you know.
Yeah.
And I've got a lot of people that are down to do it, but it's like getting us in here at the same time when somebody's not in the studio. It's a pain in the ass. So I know everything that y'all have talked about in the past where when you're relying on guests to show up, it's a pain in the ass, dude.
Yeah, and I don't know if this is a little how the sausage is made, like behind the scenes too much, but I mean, there have been times when me and you have talked about maybe we should just stop. Maybe we should just hang it up and just quit because it's too much. But then we're like fucking snap out of it and like, nah, we got too much going.
That's normal.
Everybody's had that.
Everybody thinks that.
I know because Andrea's thought that. I've thought that about my show.
I've talked to everybody that's part of Generic
yeah.
Media. We've all had those thoughts.
Yeah.
I know I have, man.
Yeah.
I mean, I've told Ramos, I'm like, man, dude, it's so hard to fucking get a guest in here, and especially a new guest.
Yeah.
And then, like, they're on board, and it's day of, and it's an hour before, and I get a text message, hey, I'm not going to make it. You're like, you motherfucker.
Yeah.
You know what? I'll give a shout out to Thomas because Thomas, it's, you know, you have him on here quite a bit, and it seems like he's always down. Like
That's Old Faithful, bro.
Yeah.
Thomas has saved my ass and like many episodes
In case of emergency.
Yeah, because I'm like, hey,
break
bro,
this
it's last minute. Can you do such and such? He's like, I'll be there.
That's badass.
That's cool.
It's
man.
good though. You always got that ace in your hole.
Yeah,
You know.
and I mean, no shots at Thomas, you know, but like it's
He's
good
always
to
down.
have. Yeah, but it's good to have, you know, new guests. But of course, you know, you got your boy that he's got your back every time you need it. So that's awesome.
And he
So
always
shout out to
brings
him.
it too. Like every time he's on the
Yeah.
show, he always brings it.
Yeah, he's
It's
never
never
like. If he had a hard day at work or whatever, he
would
comes
never
in.
know.
You don't know.
It's always
you know?
entertaining when he's on there.
So
Yeah, you would never know if he had a bad day.
hey,
Just-
cut all that out so he doesn't hear it. I don't want to get a big head about it.
But stopping, you know, the dick sucking party.
Well, keep going, man. I'm almost done. Keep going.
I wanted to ask you guys, man, where do you see the direction for the John Eric Media going for 2024?
I don't know, man. I used to, when we first started doing this, I would always kind of see the big picture. Like, this is what our plan, like, 'cause from the beginning when Eric and I started doing this, what we're doing now was our goal. Like, we had talked about, you know, doing our podcast and then getting other people under. Everything we've done so far is what we had planned it from the beginning. Now that it's done, I'm cool, bro. Like, I'll take it day to day, week to week.
Yeah.
And I know that's not the business savvy way to do it. You know, you want to set goals and stuff, but I'm cool with whatever happens, man. I'm just enjoying the ride. I'm not really looking long term anymore like I once was. I'll just roll with it, whatever happens.
Yeah, and I'm right there with you.
Yeah.
But like the only goal that I want, and I wanted to do it last year, and it just never worked out. But I really want to do a live podcast. Not just me, but everybody with John Eric Media. You know, having some time on a stage somewhere. I don't know how it's going to work. I don't know the logistics.
Be so badass.
I think it
bro.
would be fun. I think people would come and they could get, because I know you've probably got listeners that don't listen to our show because they're probably like, it's, you know, I'll just, and I'm sure we've got the same and everybody, you know, but if everybody's in one spot and everybody comes and pays to see the show,
It'd be cool, man.
Wants to see it, they're like, oh shit.
But make a
those guys
party
are
out of
funny,
it,
or
you know,
they're-
make a
yeah.
party
Party out of it. We can get your, what is it? Kimbo Slice and then Kipo, and we can do
Timbo Slice.
Timbo Slice and Kipo. We can do a DJ battle.
Oh, hell yeah.
For like, you know, like a
Yeah.
20-minute segment DJ battle.
Like on Juice.
Yeah,
Remember the movie
yeah,
Juice,
yeah.
how they did that shit?
But I think
I think
that's
it'd be
a
fun,
fucking
man.
Okay,
badass.
Let me float something by y'all because that's what I want to do, right? It's the live podcast or whatever. But what I want to do is let everybody do their thing. After that's done, I want to have it at a place where, like, let's say that all of our podcasts are done. Let's say 9:00, right? Let's say we start at 7, finish 9 with just the podcast part. Then the rest from like 9 to 1 or 2 is the party
the
part.
comida.
But
You gotta have a comida, bro.
yeah, right between.
hey, who's catering?
Yeah. No, I want to do like on house party 2 where they had the pajama jammy jam.
Dude,
so I
that'd
want to
be
do
dope.
it kind of like springish, summertime, so where everybody can come in their PJs and
You think people would do
lingerie.
that though?
I think people our age, like, oh, fuck, yeah.
If you got big titties, you better come in lingerie.
Or
And I know y'all don't sleep with bras.
Yeah.
Act right.
Hey,
I sleep in my 20s, man. I'm showing no fucking
everybody now, their tits
wiener
are
out.
hanging down here now. It's
all right.
They don't,
Tuck 'em.
They're going to all come with some fucking big-ass long sleep shirts and
All
shit.
titties matter.
That's right, bro.
Sleep shirts and fucking, we need a poo PJs.
That's
all,
badass,
all
dude.
titties matter.
You gonna
man.
get your pajamas with the fucking butt flap?
Yeah, it's gonna be fucking. It's gonna be July, and they're gonna be wearing fucking Rudolph the reindeer.
It's all right. Let them shits out, man.
PJs.
Dude, that will. I'm
The
fucking
pajama
down.
jammy jam.
Yeah, I
I'm
think
really
it'd be cool,
down.
man.
That'd
Like
be
we'll come,
badass.
like y'all come in, we'll set it up. Y'all come bring BYOB, or if there's a, I don't know, fuck,
We'll
whatever.
figure it out.
We'll figure that shit out. But people come, watch the show, and then stay and party with us. You know.
I think it'd be dope.
I
man.
think it has to be BYOB because
Well, I mean,
Hey, because I ain't paying for y'all shit.
no, not only that, it's just I think that more people will turn out.
If it's BYOB.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I mean, because a lot of people are going through some hard times,
Yeah.
and you're already charging to get in.
It's a fair
and
point.
then the
Yeah.
fucking-
Yeah, bring your own shit.
And then to fucking pay for alcohol.
Yeah. It honestly, I
That's a good
would be
point.
cool with that, but it kind of depends on where we can find to have the
The venue.
We're gonna work on it. So everybody out there, y'all.
So you
just
put that
know
out there, man.
We're gonna work on it
Yeah.
because I like I said, I
I'm speaking
wanted
that
to.
shit into existence.
You and I have talked about that since last year, and I wanted to do it.
And we
it just
almost
didn't
had
work
that
out.
happen a while back last year.
Yeah,
and
we
then,
had
I don't know
a
what
couple
People
things.
fucked it up, right?
Por equipo.
No, I'm bullshitting.
Por equipo.
I just
Por
wanted-
equipo.
I just wanted to
Por
throw him under the
equipo.
bus.
No, some things just didn't work out with the place, and it kind of fell through, and it was just like one of those things where like, fuck, I'll come back to it later, and it just didn't happen. But
That'd be dope.
I think it'll
Sign
be
me
fun.
up. I'm down.
So
You better be.
Yeah, I know, right? What about you?
me, I want to start my Patreon. I want to be more professional with the YouTube as far as getting it either on a video platform site, either like a paywall for a Patreon or on Spotify video. Because fuck YouTube. I just don't
For real.
think that they're putting my shit out like they should. But that more professional videos, and then more new guests this year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. We need a manager, somebody that'll just line all that shit up for us. I say it joking, but it would help, man, because you know, like you're really, really good about it. You'll be like, so you'll ask us a week in advance most of the time, like, and then a few days following up, hey, just confirming, make sure it's all good.
Yeah.
I mean, that works wonders, man, because hey, well, I'm giving you an opportunity to flake if you're not gonna make it, 2-3 days prior, and it's just being organized, dude. It's a pain in the ass.
Dude, sometimes I'll show up and I'm not even sure if Jonathan's gonna show up or vice versa. I'm like, fuck, I hope this guy shows up so we can
You
record.
just gotta show up when you're supposed to, man.
Then he does it. I'm like, fuck yes, I'm gonna go home.
You're like, oh shit, he's here.
Oh, damn it.
Dude, your that last episode you did, I was laughing my ass. I forgot what you had said.
I said first penetration.
Yeah, right at first penetration, you start hitting the horn.
I said, keep on hit the horn.
I was at Home Depot laughing my fucking ass off, dude. That's good shit.
So you like, I can't do this, man. And I, at my job, I'm getting paid to do this, but like multitask. So, like fucking alarms, linemen. I've got to keep eyes on everything all at once. Outside of my career, I can't fucking do that, dude.
Really?
So I can't go to like you said, Home Depot with like a podcast in my ear, because I could either pay attention on walking or pay attention to.
Really?
I can't fucking do both, bro. Yeah.
I wonder if it's because I mean that's how I function, dude. Like at work, I'm delivering mail. I'm reading people's names, their address. Plus, I have my headphones on where I'm listening to a podcast or something. So maybe it's just all the years of doing it. I'm used to it. And I don't
Like
it's
if I'm
second nature.
listening to a podcast, I've got to sit down and listen.
I see. So you
Because
can
I
pay attention
can't
to it.
be doing shit. And I just can't.
See, I'm the opposite. When I'm at work, it's hard for me to focus on work and listen. If I'm doing music, it's different,
Yeah.
right? But like if it's a podcast, I can't because I'm trying to focus on that. But like if I'm out of work, I'm at the gym, I'm fucking working out. I play the podcast all day, or like you said, go to Home Depot or wherever, grocery store. I have my earphones on all the time.
That's crazy.
But that's because I don't want to hear other people's shit or fucking pay attention to people.
Because I used to listen to podcasts working out, and now it's getting to the point where I'm having to stop my workout and rewind it, and I'm like, I just stop.
No shit.
Because I can't fucking pay attention and do shit.
Yeah.
Do you still make like workout playlists, or do
Yeah.
you just put on like a station and see where it goes?
No, I still, like throughout the week, I'll make some shit that gets me hype, and then it changes the next week.
I see.
I've had a playlist called Eric's Rebuild Mix for like 4 years.
Rebuild?
And I haven't rebuilt shit.
No.
I keep adding to that playlist.
It's all
every
old
time-
jams and she got
it is-
Soulja Boy Tell 'em on there and shit.
I add to it. And I'm
What's
like,
rebuild though? Is it gym or is
yeah,
it
it's like Jim. Like I'm gonna rebuild.
Your very
myself.
first song is a hop up out the bed, turn my swag on, look in the mirror, say what's up. Yeah,
it's all
God,
bubblegum rap.
Fuck yeah.
Kiss me through the phone.
You know, dude, I talk about it all the time. He made it to my. I used to want to fight DJ Khaled. Like if there's celebrities out, he's on the list, but he just Soulja Boy, dude. I just don't like that dude, man. He's on my list of
DJ
celebrities
Khaled's
that I would like
up
to
there.
fight.
Soulja Boy, I definitely like to fight.
I just don't like that dude, man.
But he's so rich, man.
How is he that rich? Just off that song, or he made investment?
He made a lot of,
like a video game something or
Like a
other,
console, right?
Yeah,
Is that where he made money off of
one
that?
of those consoles that have like all those games.
Yeah.
For the Nintendo.
It's those fake.
One of them is one of those is
okay.
his.
Oh, okay.
But he
that
was
he's-
like the first one to figure out how to do that
Yeah.
shit. But people have been doing that shit for years, man. Because I remember back in the early 2000s, this guy I worked with, he was like, he had ordered a wrestling pay-per-view, something, and he invited me over. So I went over to his house and we're watching it. And before it started, he's like, check this shit out. And he had an emulator. And it was, did it off his computer somehow, but he had it on like a little, it was called a Blueberry or some shit. It was just a little,
raspberry.
A raspberry. It was
Yeah,
just a little
yeah.
thing. And he turned on. He's like, "Check this shit out." He goes, "I've got over 15,000 games," and it was like,
That's
and all this
badass,
shit. I'm
dude.
like, "How the fuck do you do that?" And he was like, "I just figured it
That's
out."
where it pays to be a
blah, blah, blah. I
nerd.
was like, "God dang!"
Like
man.
growing up, we were like make fun of nerds and
That
stuff.
shit
Like
was so cool,
they're ahead
though.
of the game, dude.
Yeah. What were we talking about
They
earlier?
had their spurt though.
Yeah, they had their little time to
They had their
shine.
little time to shine.
That's what we were talking about earlier. We were like, because I was telling him about how Zac Efron and that new Iron Claw did badass. I was
Oh,
like,
yeah.
man, he does. To me, he deserves an Oscar because he killed it. Right? No pun intended. But
He's the only one that didn't kill it.
But I was like, Jonathan goes, yeah, you don't realize how good of an actor people are until you see them actually act. And I was like, yeah, those are the motherfuckers that took like drama in high school. We were making fun of that they were in drama class and theater class, and we're over here fucking off in shop or whatever.
I'm
the fuck we're doing,
I'm vice versa.
Were you doing?
No. I think that all these badass actors are all luck.
Really?
I think that there's like a sprinkle of just luck on them. Because how many times have you heard of someone going to like NYU or
Juilliard.
Juilliard?
Yeah.
And then some slapdick that they saw racing down fucking
Yeah,
university
that's
had the look and they were like, hey, you're the next it.
Like, what's that one dude's name? That the African dude that he was married to Kamorley Simmons.
Russell Simmons?
Russell Simmons?
The black dude. He's khaki. He's
or
beige.
after
No, after. He's
no
like
idea.
legit like African dude.
Yeah, I don't know.
He was on the. He got real famous off that show Amistad.
You're just naming black dudes, you fucker. Kevin Hart.
He tells her, I can't get jiggy do this shit.
No, fool.
Jiggy do this shit.
But he-
Michael Blackson.
Michael Blackson.
His name, man. But he
What was he on?
he got real famous off that movie Amistad. Like I want to be free.
The main guy?
The main guy.
Okay, I know who you're talking about, but I don't
think
know
he
his
was
name.
just some
Dijon
that guy.
something,
That
right?
guy.
Mustard.
Dijon. Yeah.
That dude, I think
Hansu.
he was just
That's his
like
name,
there
Dijon
you go.
Hansu,
He was just like a homeless dude or something.
Exactly.
And then he just
That's why I
he had
say
the
it
look.
has to be luck.
So there's a difference, though, in my opinion, of like somebody like a Channing Tatum, right? It's just like a tall, skinny, built,
The
good-looking
fucking
guy.
second
pause.
Channing Tatum fucking reference in one day, bro. Somebody's got a crush.
I mean, but I mean, no, but like, there's a difference between him and then like a fucking like a Al Pacino. You know what I'm saying? Like, Al Pacino can fucking act his ass off.
Right.
Channing Tatum just looks good on screen. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's a difference.
You would say so.
God dang. I mean,
I get it,
this
though.
shit
Well,
out.
that shit on The Rock, too.
Yeah.
This
Dude,
dude,
his acting is horrible.
He's the
He's the
same
same guy.
character.
Yeah,
he's
in
the
every-
same fucking character.
Same thing with Mark Wahlberg. He's the same character in every movie, dude.
He's
pretty
always
much.
the badass, huh?
Yeah, I think Mark Wahlberg. So I'll give him a little bit more acting credit than I would The Rock
Because he has
but-
that good vibration.
Boom, 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 boom.
He has that sweet.
Dude, that was my shit, bro. I fucking love that song when I was growing up, dude.
Did you ever have Calvin Klein underwear?
Nah, I was too fucking poor, man. Like I
But
had the
figured,
Rustlers.
I figured like you would save like a couple allowances for one pair and shit.
Nah, dude, I was all about sneakers, dude.
They would have
every bit of my
stains in them if he had
every
them.
bit of my extra money went to sneakers or baseball
Have
cards.
y'all seen that meme, that old Paris Hilton picture, and she's spraying perfume for these little kids? And it says, yeah, y'all smell like caca.
The fucking internet ain't shit, dude.
Oh,
Y'all
man.
smell like poor.
Yeah.
Dude, I watched the documentary. Do you remember hearing about them like in the early 2000s? They were called the Bling Green. Did you ever hear about them?
Yeah,
The Bling Green. Did you watch that documentary?
I never heard of them, but I saw that documentary about
Dude,
them.
so it's like these group of like do you remember how it became
They
like
were
some
real. They were a true story, right?
these they were probably like late teens, man, and they would hang around. I think they would rob celebrities, but they would like post like it's like on MySpace or some shit, or like a tabloid magazine, but like Paris Hilton's out at Turks and Caicos or whatever for the weekend. These fools would go and break into her house because they knew she was away from home, and it became a thing. I want to say they got like a reality show until all that shit happened,
God
like the younger
dang.
girls before it became a thing. But they were breaking in and burglarizing celebrities' houses, and they were like always finding like they broke into Paris Hilton's house like 2 or 3 times, and they were always finding like coke and shit all in her pockets,
shit.
And dildos.
allegedly. And Paris likes to party, bro.
Hey, is that how her
Coke
sex
and
tape got
dildos.
leaked?
I don't know how her sex tape got leaked.
Because remember when Pam Anderson
Her
and Tommy
sex tape
Lee's...
was revenge porn.
It was?
Was it?
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
I think she started the whole movement about revenge porn.
It was this dude from a website called Are You Up?
Okay, well, it was her.
But it was right around that same time.
It was her boyfriend.
That Rick Solomon guy.
He put it out because he
Okay.
was like, "Fuck you," and he put it out.
Okay. Because Pam and Tommy, theirs got stolen. Like, they got robbed, and their sex
Hulk
tape got
Hogan's too,
stolen.
right? Allegedly.
I don't know, brother, how his...
Yeah, because apparently
He made a shitload of money off
his
of suing
best
them.
friend had
Oh, yeah, Bubba.
video
Bubba
surveillance
the Love
throughout his
Sponge.
whole house, and
What
then
was his name?
somebody
Bubba the Love
somebody
Sponge.
stole it.
Badass.
Somebody stole that video footage.
Didn't
That's
his
his
friend,
story.
Did his friend leak it or no?
No, his friend says someone stole it.
But it was his wife that he was sleeping
Yeah,
with.
yeah. He told
That seems a little convenient to
Bro,
me.
he told
Yeah.
his wife to fuck him. He told his own wife to fuck Hulk Hogan.
Really? Could you imagine Hulk Hogan? Did y'all watch it? Did y'all hear about it?
I never saw
I've
it.
never seen it. I just know
I
he has
kinda-
thermos, brother.
I kind of want to hear it, how he talks. Like, ooh, how do you like that? You know, like, what's your sex talk game? What's your
Yeah.
sex talk game
It's
like,
all
dude?
boring.
That's what I'm saying.
It's all fucking boring.
Put him to sleep. And shit. And what I got to know, is he wearing the bandana?
Oh, I'm sure he does.
Is
He
wearing
got married in a bandana.
He's wearing the bandana. He's butt ass naked, probably socks
oh,
on.
So the other day,
With socks on.
his yellow
You ever,
boots.
you ever-
No, the other day he
Yellow
got
sandwich.
Remember he got married, right? He got married and he had the headband on.
yeah.
He got baptized with the bandana.
Oh,
on.
hell no.
Where they were dunking it.
They
in
gotta
the
wring
water.
it out.
Yeah, you know how they take you and they dunk you in the water. You're an adult or whatever. He had the fucking white bandana on.
Are you
And it
serious,
was all
dude?
fucking, where it's wet.
Hey,
When
what
it
if it's
comes
a
up.
tight move where he's going to
Come
sell
on,
that shit
man.
later on? His
I mean,
baptism
I wouldn't
bandana,
put
sex
it
tape
past him.
bandana.
God dang.
He's got all these different
seen-
bandanas.
You
He's got-
seen me with my hog out with this bandana.
what I'm saying,
It's
dude.
black and it's got a white streak.
Do you know how we're talking about like him wearing shoes? You ever seen how like they were making fun of like black dudes in pornos, how they always have their shoes
The
on?
white socks on.
Because they say, so you're telling me they got naked and then put their shoes back on before they had sex?
They got the Penny Hardaways.
I
and the
know
long
that they always
socks.
have their white socks on, dude.
That's fun. What's that about, dude? I
don't know.
Like those new Kanye
Yeah,
shoes?
that is kind of weird. Like
It's a rule. It's a porn rule, an unwritten rule.
They
You
have to wear their
white
socks.
They're like, I don't like my feet. My feet are ugly.
Hey,
Let me
they
put
need
my
some
shoes
kind of
on.
contrast in the black room, fool. Is that racist? What you heard about like Diddy, where he was saying like one of the things he was making Cassie do, like they were having those freak offs, right? That he made her paint her fingernails white for contrast. That's a thing.
Wow.
Yeah, that's a thing. I heard because I've went down that rabbit hole deep, dude.
Dude,
Pause.
TD Jakes, bro.
What do you think about that?
Dude, did you see his sermon like last week or 2 weeks
Hey,
ago?
how do you say you're
was
guilty
a
without
Christmas-
saying you're guilty?
Exactly.
It was a
dude.
Christmas sermon, right?
was-
I think it
yeah.
was a Christmas Eve
Bro,
sermon.
he was defeated, man. He
Yeah.
was just like,
I think all them fools are up to some fuck shit, bro. I really do, man.
Well, did you see all this shit? Chris Jericho's getting accused of shit now.
Him too?
Chris Jericho for what?
The
That's so
wrestler
Jericho.
for sexual assault. There are people, I guess, saying about he like a couple years ago, had a girl come in to his hotel, and he promised her there was going to be people there at like a party, and she came in. And he tried to sexually assault her, and she said no, and so he kicked her out. But now it's just coming up. I don't know. There's a whole bunch of shit.
What's
going
coming
on.
in a wave? Because that happened like with what's that dude's name? Weinstein, right?
Yeah,
it was just like a big wave, and then it went like everybody coming all out
with
at
this
once.
shit,
And then
so this happened last week when all these accusations came out. The wrestling company he works for now, the AEW, they had a pay-per-view on Saturday. Chris Jericho's a good guy, remind you. He comes out, and people are fucking booing the shit out of him. And then like when they're wrestling, because he wrestled in like a 6-man tag match, right? So when he's in the ring,
current day, like he's old, isn't he?
yeah, he's late 40s, early 50s, something. I don't know.
Anyway,
he's like wrestling, and he's doing the big moves where people are supposed to be cheering every time he does a move, his signature moves and shit. They're just booing the shit out of him. Damn. It's fucking crazy, dude. But even if it didn't happen, like just getting accused of that shit is like his career's done, man.
Yeah,
like,
there's no
Did you
coming
ever
back from
watch
it.
Ray Donovan?
Yeah.
Yeah, I love that show, dude.
Did you know there was a real Ray Donovan?
Yeah.
So they released a phone call that he recorded with Chris Rock, bro,
Oh
in
shit.
2001.
Really?
Yeah.
What was it about?
And he fucking went and sexually assaulted a chick and then got her pregnant.
Oh, shit.
And then calls this guy and basically tells him everything, and then they go through a plan on how to smear campaign her to basically
No
say
shit.
she just wants to get money out of him. And this never
What a
happened.
seedy world,
Dude,
man.
it's a
Hollywood
slippery,
is, dude.
it's a slippery
This was in
slope with that shit, dude.
2001.
It's a slippery slope with that shit because obviously you don't want people doing that to girls, but like there's bitches out there that just say shit just to get money. You know what I mean? Like
And that's the scary thing, because like you
Yeah.
know that happens, but you also know that dudes get rapey. You know
That's
what I
true.
mean? Because you know both sides of that coin.
Yeah.
If I was famous like that though, I would. If I really needed to just for starters, I wouldn't get married, because if you know you're the type of dude that just needs chunch all the time, don't get married. Then
That's
you don't have to
true.
worry about that.
Yeah.
I would just go hire professionals at the cat house.
Okay, you don't get married, right? I understand that theory and that logic, but that's not the logic in their minds, bro.
They think they're invincible.
They think they're invincible, and they think all the chicks want them. You know what I mean? Yeah. So, like you said, Jericho, the chick didn't want to fuck him. How dare you not want to fuck me?
You know who I am?
Like you know
allegedly,
who I am?
allegedly. Yeah.
They're gonna sue the JP Lopez podcast.
Allegedly, yeah, I said.
But yeah, you're right. They think they're invincible. They're God's gift to women, and then there's women out there that doesn't
Okay,
amuse them.
So you said a second ago, okay, well, girls are like that, but then you also know that guys are rapey.
Certain
What if-
guys are.
What if it's reversed? Like
Some
what if-
rapey ass girl?
Yeah. What if it's
What's
a girl that's doing it? Like, would it bring so much attention as a guy? Like, if it's a Weinstein,
Because you know that's out there. There's got to be
let's say
rapey
that
ass
there's
women
a
out there.
Weinstein, a female Weinstein out there that's like doing this to guys.
Well, there is, because did you see the? I want to say it's a judge that brought like a transcript from the text where the chick was talking to her friend about the next victim in the NFL.
No, I saw
Or-
about that dude,
or-
that picture.
Yeah,
Or
from
from
MLB.
there, yeah, from the
He's like
MLB.
Mr. 55
Yes.
million.
They were
Like,
plotting on him from the get go,
Yep.
dude, and it fucked up his whole career, ruined his baseball career.
She was like, "I'm gonna up next is Mr. 55 mil."
I don't
'cause
remember
he had
what his
just
name
had, like
was.
a $55 million contract.
and they went after him, and one of his teammates was in on it.
Oh,
he was
damn, I
like, he
didn't
goes,
know
I know,
that.
I can hook you up with them. Yes,
Fuck, I didn't know.
yeah, fuck that dude, bro.
Well, but see,
So they
you're still-
plotted on the whole time.
You're still talking about girls like trying to get guys that are
That's just
rich.
gold diggers.
I'm talking about like women that are already in high places of power trying to get like, let's say you got an up and coming movie star that's trying to make it, and she's like, well,
You gotta
I'll
eat
give
that
you this
box.
role unless you do this. Like, I don't ever hear shit like that. I'm sure it happens
because I would be a part of it.
yeah, right.
Sign me up. I'm fucking his A-list celebrity over here.
All right, Becky, pull that pussy out.
Look at 10 years later, he's got his fucking
I'll
star on
take
the
a
Walk of Fame.
promotion.
I would say
I'll
fucking
take a
Nick-
promotion
yeah,
and
the
eat
next
that
year-
ass.
the
It don't
next
work
year-
that way though, right?
Nah, the
there'd be
next
a-
year JP's holding an Oscar.
I'd like to think.
I want to thank Becky and
he's
HR.
like he's holding an Oscar going. Still got hair in his mouth.
His lips are all chapped and shit.
Becky and HR and
all
Warner
dry.
Brothers. This is for you.
Tongue's all white.
We made it.
Then she's like, I don't even fucking work here.
Oh, she's the custodian. Yeah. Did you ever watch that Loiter Squad?
Yeah.
With Tyler the Creator and all them fools? It was on Adult Swim, right?
Yeah.
There's a scene, dude, where they're doing like, you know how they would take like bad kids to jail and like
yeah,
have the inmates scare the
scared
shit out of
yeah,
them?
scared straight.
There's one scene, dude, where it's the dude and he's just like, where'd you get them necklaces? You seen that shit? It's Earl Sweatshirt. And he's just going off talking shit to all the kids, dude, like getting into their face. And then it ends up he's the custodian. They're like, hey, what the fuck are you doing? He gets his mop and just walks off.
That's badass.
Dude, this shit's so funny.
Yeah.
Those dudes are pretty funny, man.
There was a comedian who said he's a teacher. He's an up and coming teacher. I mean, comedian, right? So it was at a club, and he said that he hated a kid. He couldn't wait for that field trip, scared straight. And then he said that he fucking came back, and he's like, so how was that field trip? And he's like, field trip? We ain't going on a field trip. He's like, well, how the fuck did you go to the jail? He goes, we did it through Zoom. So what the fuck?
Shit, dude. I was
He's
thinking
you can't
something
get
else.
scared off of Zoom?
Yeah,
That's whack, dude.
defeats the purpose. Shit.
Dude, I saw a thing on Instagram the other day where it was a dude and I guess he's already older, and him and his teacher still had beef. Did you see that shit?
No.
Where did you see that shit?
Yeah, and it was
they were
like,
in the
it was like
comment
Twitter
section.
beef,
Yes,
and
dude.
she was going hard on
She
him.
was fucking tearing him out. You asshole. She goes, you're the only 17-year-old in ninth grade or something like that. And it's the and then somebody in the comment was like, y'all still beefing? So you knew they've been beefing since school,
And
dude.
she said, I'm actually surprised that I can read your text.
Yeah,
or some
like
shit.
your
and then it just goes. She just goes ham from there.
Could you imagine that? Like,
dude.
your fourth grade teacher, like you're an adult now,
Yeah.
and y'all are still beefing on Twitter.
That's fucking funny, man.
But he started it, right? Yeah, because he was like,
Hey,
man,
don't start
fuck.
none, won't be none.
I'm telling you, dude.
He's like, fuck Miss Jones from fourth grade or some shit.
I was like that with my my elementary principal, dude. Like she could eat all the shit, dude. For
real?
I liked all my like some teachers were better than others, but my principal, Miss Lambert, I fucking hated that bitch, dude. I remember I got in trouble for tagging, for doing graffiti, dude. She thought I was in a gang, and I was just copying some shit I saw like on a train or something, you know, just with the letters. And so I scribbled on my paper DBL or some dumb shit. But I did it in block letters, nothing crazy. Go to the restroom, and then the teacher's like, hey, Miss Lambert saw your paper. She said to go to your office. And I was like, what the fuck? Well, dude, it opened up a whole investigation into my shenanigans.
Damn, dude.
I had a brand new Beavis and Butthead book. I bought it at I want to say Spencer's or some shit, dude. And so they went through my locker, took all my shit.
They had all your
confiscated
drawings
it.
of dicks.
Yeah, dude, like fucking super bad.
What were you when you were drawing something you just found on a train?
Yeah, I
or
didn't. I
whatever?
just seen it around, dude. I didn't know what the hell it meant, but I was just like doing
Did they
graffiti.
think you were, like,
in sixth
gang
grade.
affiliated,
Yeah, that's
or
what
what
that's
the
what it
fuck?
was.
What does DBL stand for?
I
Dead
think it
Blade
was
for life.
Del Barrio Locals, maybe, because I think
Do-
I want to say there was like
Black
a gang in my
yeah,
neighborhood.
it was Del Barrio.
It was
Yeah.
DBO, and I
Do
didn't.
Black Love.
I know what the fuck it stood for. I just scribbled it on my
Down for
paper.
Black Love.
Down for Black Love.
Down for
Socks
Black
on.
Love.
Socks on.
He put his phone number and pasted it in the bathroom.
And that's all it took.
You know,
dude.
everyone hated Miss Benson. Everybody. But she was cool as fuck with me, dude.
Really?
Yeah. She was real
She's
cool.
somehow related to my wife's, like, through marriage, maybe somehow long distance. Yeah, she's somehow related to
fuck?
She's somehow related to my wife's
family
my wife's family. She's something like that. But
That's an awkward Christmas.
she's not that close where she would come around or anything. But like somewhere down the line, she's. And I,
that bitch.
and I
Also,
remember
here you
thinking
go.
about Miss
Merry
Benson,
Christmas.
man. She's like everybody
Fuck you,
hated
but
that
Merry
lady,
Christmas.
dude.
Somebody said she got hit by a car or some shit one
shit.
time.
How was that car?
And like, yeah, and then like she like dusted herself off.
She fucking totaled that car and shit. Who throwing them rocks?
Got insurance on that ass.
She was a big. You know, and now she may not even be that big, but we just remember her being like a big chick back then.
But
Big
you know, like
body
you
bitch.
said, you know, you get along with her. I'm the same way, dude. Like everybody that's always like beefing with like teachers or people at work or like supervisors.
It's
I
because
get
you're an
along with
asshole too.
everybody, dude.
Y'all thinking like game recognized game.
I don't know.
That's what it is. They
God
hate you too.
damn,
The same people don't like you.
Yeah. Play on player. I don't know.
Y'all had the haters ball. That's
I,
what
Yeah.
fucking- I figured it all out for you, bro. Next motherfucker that's saying something getting shot.
Bug
Oprah
nasty.
wears panties with dick holes.
Dude,
That's fucking up.
what's the funniest show, dude? Because I was having this conversation with somebody the other day. Because we were like, to me, number one is South Park. And then Chappelle's Show, The Office, Eastbound and Down. Like all of these, like you can kind of just switch them out. Like they're it was myself, Lil Mike, and my nephew Xavier were talking about
What's
that.
your top three?
Number one's got to be South Park, dude.
South
I'm going
Park?
to say South Park. and then probably Eastbound and Down, then Chappelle Show. And you can switch those two either way.
I'll probably say It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia is my number one.
Really?
I love that show. The Righteous Gemstones,
That's pretty
and
badass.
probably Chappelle Show.
Number 3 spot.
Either Chappelle Show or South Park.
Yeah.
But yeah, those
What
are
are your
probably my
3?
top.
It's got to be The Office. Top 3 for me. Eastbound and Down for sure. Top 3. But dude, it's so hard to put that third one, bro.
Yeah.
Really?
So hard. Because I fuck with Martin in Living Color, Roseanne. I mean, of course, Chappelle was ahead of his time, but I think Chappelle goes like above top 3.
Yeah.
I'll
Because
say-
he was so far ahead of his time.
And it still holds up.
I
to
think
this day.
Roseanne's a dark horse, dude. I fucking loved
I love
Roseanne.
Really?
Roseanne.
I never got into it, dude. I never got into it.
I fucking loved Roseanne.
Really?
I still do.
That fucking horn at the beginning. Woo, shit.
Get you horned up.
I think
Married with Children.
Dan, the husband, was
Yeah.
everyone's dad.
Right.
Is that why you liked
Everybody's
it so
dead.
much? You could kind of relate to it a
Yeah.
little more?
Yeah. You just go to their house and you're afraid of your friend's dad, right? You
Yeah.
remember that?
Yeah.
You were like, oh, fuck, is his dad cool? Yeah.
I remember being like that with Flam's dad, dude. I was always afraid of him, and then like there'd be times where he would like on a weekend he'd be there playing his accordion and just drinking a beer with her, and I was like, it's actually pretty cool, man. I was afraid of him this whole time. He's pretty chill.
But was he like inclusive and like?
Not really, dude.
was
We
he
were
like,
just kind
fuck
of
y'all little kids.
Nah, he wasn't even because he would kick knowledge to us sometimes
Yeah.
too. You were like my little mocosos. We'd sit there.
Yeah. My dad was like that too.
That's
Yeah.
one thing about. I think it's a cultural thing, bro.
Yeah.
Because that's one thing about like going to like my friends who were Mexican. The dad always like was like making barbecue for everybody, or we'll go out to eat and you're going too, or
Right.
like they go into the room and they're asking you questions
Yeah.
too, not just their kids.
Yeah, he was never dismissive.
But then you
yeah.
go to like my white friend's house
Yeah.
and like the dads didn't even fuck with not only me but like their own kids.
Yeah.
Like
They're like just there's a division between the grown-ups and the little
Yeah,
kids. Y'all
yeah.
just stay in your lane and vice versa.
My dad worked a lot when I was younger, but like if like some friends came over or whatever, it's like my dad he was very, like you said, inclusive. Like, hey, we're all gonna go to Pistol Pete's, or we're gonna go to McDonald's, whatever it is. We're gonna go eat, whatever.
Yeah. And if your friends were there, they were going
Yeah,
too.
and if they, and also too, like we would go. We've talked about 100 times. You go to get pizza, or you go, and then you go to Blockbuster and get a video or a video
Yeah.
game or something. He would let me get one, and then he'd let my
Yeah,
friend.
that
get
was
one.
my
You know
dad
what I mean? Like,
100%.
you guys
Yeah.
get whatever. But my dad, he looked like such a fucking like. He just had that resting asshole face. You know, my dad just looked like an
Yeah.
asshole, but he wasn't.
Yeah.
But he looked like it.
So your friends thought he was mean?
Yeah. But until they got to know him, then they're like, "Oh, your dad's cool," you know, whatever. But
My dad had that asshole face, but he was
Yeah.
also an asshole too.
did I ever tell you? I don't know if I ever told the story that when our neighbors called the cops on my dad because they thought he was in the mafia and like sold
What?
drugs and stuff like that.
Nuh-uh.
Because so when I was younger, my dad he's been in the car business for years, right?
the
And-
cartel.
Wah, wah. No, it was actually pretty good. No, but
All right, guys, we'll see y'all.
That's it. We'll see y'all next time.
See y'all next
Shitty
week.
joke of the week.
Yeah, cut that out. No, but he's working the car business, right? So he when he was management or whatever, he would drive a demo car, and so he would bring a demo car home. He didn't have a car. My mom had her car.
Yeah.
and he had his demo car because he would have one, and then he'd drive it for a couple weeks till he got too many miles, and he put it back on the lot, and then they give him something else. So these people thought he was a drug dealer because he had a different car every few weeks or whatever.
They're all big body Cadillacs though for some reason.
Yeah, with big trunks.
Oh, the
Yeah,
big trunks.
the big trunks.
Lincoln Town
So
cars.
they call the cops, and he comes to the house, and they're like, "Yeah, sir, we need this, whatever." And like, he's like, "What the fuck?" He goes, "I work for a car
Snitch
dealership."
ass neighbors, man.
And it was a big thing, like how you said that it was like an investigation. Or they investigated my dad, all this, and
They
like, "All right,
did?
yeah." Because
the
they
fuck?
these people kept calling, and they finally,
Did you ever figure out what neighbors it was?
yeah, it was the people across not like across the street, and then catty corner.
I would have shit in their
So
yard.
the neighbor across the street, were they white?
yeah.
dude. Clear.
We're the only
Clear.
Mexicans in that neighborhood. Like,
But that didn't
it's
help,
us.
huh?
No, And then of course we couldn't play with those kids anymore.
Oh, so your dad was in the mob.
It all makes sense now, dude.
We were the only Mexicans.
Allegedly.
We get it. We get it
Allegedly.
now, dude.
Allegedly.
I couldn't even, like, as an adult now, I couldn't imagine just eyeballing a neighbor across the street and, like, I mean, they're
I
up
think it went on back in the day. Like that was the thing.
Neighborhood
because,
watch?
Because my grandpa retired early, and then just started building onto his house. Got a new car, all the shit, and then the word around town and Shallow-Water was he sold drugs too.
No shit.
And I'm just like,
It doesn't help that
Bunch
my
of haters,
dad
bro.
dressed with his hair slicked back and he wore suit and I mean, not even the jacket, but he had the
Ramon,
tie. He
Tony
had the
Soprano.
fucking
I always tell him his dad looked like a
suspenders
freaking mob boss or
that's-
mafia
It
dude.
didn't
yeah.
help that he looked like that, but then he has two slapdick sons that
These
fucking
nerds over
run
here.
around fucking Batman masks on in the
he was
neighborhood.
what the fuck is the last name of the? He was Kevin McAllister's dad's boss.
McAllister's.
Dude, so I need to do I don't know what was it was one of the shows we did where I was talking about how I think it was our
our
Christmas,
Christmas
episode.
episode, yeah.
I need to do some editing on that shit because I was saying because I've never watched the Sopranos, but I had said that it was his dad that got killed, Kevin McAllister. No, it was somebody else, but he did die in that on the show, so it's shown that he was had mob ties or something.
I see.
Because that was the backstory. That's
McAllister's dad.
yeah,
On The
because he was on the Sopranos.
Yeah, he was. Yeah.
But he like shot himself right in the car or something.
Shit, dude, it's been.
I
So
thought they choked him out with a piano wire.
Well, that's what I thought, but it was a different guy, like in one of the first episodes. Because I saw maybe the first three
did look
episodes
like
of The
him.
Sopranos. I could be wrong, dude, but I saw something on Instagram like, oh shit, I think I got it wrong because I never watched it, so I might have shit the bed. And I bet there's people screaming at us, you got it wrong, Jonathan.
I keep saying I need to rewatch The Sopranos because I love that show.
but
That
it was
show
long,
badass.
what, like 10 years? Like it went on for a hot minute.
Yeah, it was a long, but I'd still that one in Boardwalk Empire. I fucking.
See, I never
love
watched
those
that one
shows,
either. I heard
man.
it's badass.
I got when I first got HBO Max. I went through the first 3 seasons of The Sopranos, and then it's good. I just never. I started watching something else and never went back to it.
Y'all
I need to go back
have
to it.
Max, right?
Yeah.
Have y'all seen that show Naked Attraction?
Sounds
I
good.
never even heard of it.
You've never seen?
Nate, what's it about?
Never heard of it?
And it's on Max.
It's on Max.
Is it a
Is it a
reality
series?
show?
It's a reality show from Australia, I think. And
From down under.
Naked
Oh, no,
Attraction.
Oh no!
Now that's a dick.
Oh no!
Fucking Crocodile Dundee. Now this is a knife.
No,
Oh
that's a
no!
dick.
Our fucking Australian
suck,
shit suck, dude. They're so.
Australian for dick.
Dude, my
Wiener.
nephew had a basketball tournament the
Look,
other
dude.
day, and they were playing and this is the show. Oh, she's got her nipples tattooed.
You pick your date based on their
Chonch.
appearance of their naked body.
Hey, that's pretty. The fucking needle dick dude's gonna be
Guy-
single for life,
Guys,
that negative deal.
guys and girls.
and it shows the dong and everything like that.
there you joke, but there was a chick that kicked off the small dicks first.
Oh,
Shit.
Man,
For real, dude.
Freaking sizist. She must not like guys with good personalities, bro.
But yeah, they-
the smaller
they,
the dick, the better personality it is.
They'll
You
raise
was
Allegedly.
in the first episode.
they'll raise the thing to where you see guys or girls, the midsection, and then they raise it up to just below the neck where you can see guys or girls' chest, and then
That's kinda
they make
dope-ass show.
they make their decision on,
I don't think that's fair. Dude.
and then the winner
Comes to the
right?
guy says the guy with a needle dick.
Yeah.
So
This shit isn't fair.
no, because the way I see it is,
He's all penis pumping and shit.
and let me
Why is
fluff,
that guy rigged?
I'm gonna fluff,
You got the
myself.
fluffers. You got the
Yeah,
fluffers
fluff
in the
myself.
backstage.
No, because,
So the guy that
okay.
she chooses or the girl that she chooses at the end of the show, they come out, and then the girl or the guy that's in the show picking, they have to go back and get naked, and then they come. So they see her naked too.
Could they dismiss her if they want to?
No.
Oh, okay. That would be
You
good.
freaking mid-ass body over
You
there.
chose me, and yeah, never mind.
What's
No.
this show called?
Naked Attraction.
It's kind of dope.
It's fucking crazy,
It's
dude.
kind of dope, man.
The reason I say it's not fair is because whether a guy has a big dick or a small dick, that's one thing. But girls, it doesn't matter if they've got big tits or small tits. Guys are gonna look either way. You know what I mean? They're like, I'm gonna choose you.
Yeah,
either
but
way.
some of the lips are beefy.
Ooh.
So
Big Montana or regular beef and
so
cheddar.
if you're not into that, that's a
Yeah.
way for
That's true. That's true.
It's not just What?
Goddamn,
They know
I need
what
to
the
watch
fuck
this
they're
show.
doing, bro.
Yeah.
It's not just hot ass chicks.
They got some busted ass
Yeah,
people too.
it's got like a chunky chick.
Goddamn,
and-
look at her kneecaps. They're so
and then
fucking
you'll
sexy.
feel like the
There's a
asshole
type for everybody,
saying,
though.
"Oh, I want the fat girl gone."
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So you got to play it off like you're
Yeah.
But
not-
they're probably the coolest ones. Like you've heard people like talk about how like beautiful girls are kind of
Exactly,
shallow. Like
but-
their personalities ain't that because
but
they
when-
made it too
When
easy.
you're naked, you're gonna really choose her first over a hot chick.
never said
Come
that,
on,
man.
bro.
Hey, get your fine boring ass over here.
That's another thing. Like, you can't. I don't know, dude. I don't know about y'all, but like, if a strong gust of wind blows up my shorts, it's like, bing, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
how do you not stay bricked up?
That's when the girls. They can stand there naked, and I mean, they may not be comfortable, but it's not like they have something.
They don't
that-
get chapped lips.
Yeah, they don't.
But maybe she
their
could
lips
be
don't get stiff.
Leaking.
Let me whisper in your ear. What a terrible fucking. Were we joking about that?
Yeah.
Little behind the scenes, man. There was a
What would you do with $1 million?
there was a minute chance that we could have gotten like one of the Yin Yang twins on our show at one point.
Oh,
like
shit.
about a year ago.
Yeah.
Too. I mean, it was just a
Yeah.
very
the
very small.
dumbass that
chance.
goes, "Ha!"
Yeah,
It would have
Bitch, what's
been
happening?
30 minutes of us saying stupid shit back and forth.
he get tired of our shit. He could be like, say the line, say it, say it. Can you say it?
Say it.
Patron what? I'm walking.
Hey, how many times did she come to the club? 11 times.
He fucking
50,
said
11
it.
times.
Like, fuck y'all.
When you see my dick.
It was, oh.
That should be the theme song for that naked.
When you see my that's fucking fun. But like it was out there where we might have been able to get him like early, so like
Yeah.
on a call in or something like that.
That's
And it just
cool.
never happened. But
Yeah, y'all would have fucking.
there's no way I
That would
could
have
do
annoyed the fuck out of him.
it would have been
no
cool in like 2008. You know what I mean? It'd been a fucking cool guest, but I couldn't even imagine having them fools on the show. Yeah. We're too immature. We couldn't take that. We'd fuck it up, dude.
For real?
Fuck, y'all
God
ready to
dang,
let's
dude.
take a break. Dude.
For real?
And we're back. So I had a topic that I wanted to talk about and ask you guys. From 1 to 10, what's your level of road rage, especially driving in this fucked up ass?
Fucking 10. It's got
God,
worse.
he meant
Like,
that shit, dude.
is there higher than 10?
He fucking said
You
that
go higher than
aggressively,
10?
bro. Not a regular 10.
No,
fucking 10.
Fucking 10. Is there higher than that? Because
Really?
I hate it, dude.
That bad?
Fucking hate people. And just, I wish sometimes that I was a cop that I could like just fucking pull people over when they do stupid shit when they're driving because, like,
But when that happens, there's never a fucking cop.
I know,
Never.
I know.
Never, dude.
But as soon as I do
Yes.
something,
Yep.
but I like to consider myself a good driver. Like I think I'm a good driver. I use my signals, my mirrors, all that shit. Right? You're supposed to do. And I see people just fucking zooming in, or like I'm using my signal to try to get over because I need to get off, onto the loop
they
or
won't let
something,
you
and they
in.
won't let me in.
No.
You see me, and you either speeding up or you're just like right here. I'm like, God.
like slow down or speed up, one or
Yeah.
the other.
For the life
Yeah.
of me, I don't understand that logic, bro. Don't let him in. Don't let him
Yeah.
in. Why?
Right.
Yeah.
Like,
Just
why?
to be a pain in the ass.
Yeah.
Why not? Like, and I'm that fucker losing my shit, not
Yeah.
getting let in. And I'm just like, ooh, you motherfuckers.
So what's the rule of thumb? Like, okay, for example, when I'm picking up my daughter from school, you've got the cars coming out of the parking lot, right? I always park on the side because I don't want to fuck with the traffic, right? So I'm like this. There's a stop sign here. I'm always pretty courteous. I'll let one car in. Is it just one and one?
That's
Is
what I
it kind of
do.
like the rule of thumb?
Yeah.
Because sometimes people just won't let anybody in. I'm like, don't be a dick. Like
it's more of a like courteous.
You
like,
kinda
thing.
know,
Yeah,
like,
like when you
unspoken
go,
agreement.
Yeah, like when you go to the tech games and stuff, and you're trying to get out. It's like, okay, you let him go, then I'll go. Let him go, then I go.
But there's always this dickhead that just
Yeah.
won't let anybody in.
Yeah.
I hate that shit, dude.
Yeah, I
That'll
hate that
drive me
fuck.
nuts, man.
But if I'm in a hurry, I'm only going to let a few cars in.
yeah.
Oh, I just let one. Like,
If I'm in a hurry,
yeah.
a few cars.
And that's fair, right? Just
Yeah.
let
But
a
if
car
I'm
in,
not-
the next person
if
can.
I'm not in a hurry, every like driveway, and I say every driveway because when you ask that question, I think about Costco. When it's packed, getting out of there is a motherfucker
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
you have people coming out of the gas station, coming out of Aspen Creek, coming
Yep.
out of Chick-fil-A, coming
All
out of
those-
fucking
yeah,
Starbucks.
yeah.
And I'll let one from each one go
Yeah.
if I'm not in a hurry.
Yeah.
But if I am, like 2 cars max, and then
Max,
I'm fucking
yeah.
out. But I'll still
Have
let
you ever
the
wanted to
motherfuckers
fight
go.
somebody because of road rage?
No,
You never have?
No, I've laughed at someone because I've I'm literally watching this kid lose his shit with someone else.
Really?
And you can
just
tell he
spectating?
wants to fight, like wants to pull over and fight, and I'm just laughing my ass off. But me personally, I've never wanted to fight.
I've almost done it a few times, dude. And I'm not that type. I'm not that guy, bro. I'm not. But there was one time, I think Jennifer had just had Brooklyn. We had just had Brooklyn, and I was always raving about how good the nachos were from Lone Wolf. Because like Jennifer's shit when she was pregnant were the tacos from Lone Wolf. It was a weird thing, you know. Women have cravings, whatever. That was her thing. And so I was like, you gotta try the nachos. You gotta try them. And she's like, yeah, just give me some fucking nachos, whatever. And so I'm driving home from.
Fuck up and give me some
just
nachos.
give me the damn. For God's sake, just give me the damn nachos. And so I'm driving, and some dude cuts me off, and I'm like, motherfucker. So I have the it's like in a big, almost like a pizza box in the back seat. And I'm driving. This dude cuts me off. I'm like, motherfucker. So I come around, I haul ass, and I slam on the brakes in front of him, and the nachos fly off the seat, and they fucking spill all over the place. Dude, I lost my shit. But it was my fault. I played myself. And dude, I hauled ass. I was like, I'm going to fuck this dude up, man. And he got away from me with her, but I was like, God dang it, you dumb, man. That's my fault. Like, I played myself.
My dad road raged on me one time when I was in the passenger seat with him. I've told the story on our show before, but I'll tell you again. We had gone to my dad's shit when we were younger. It was Wendy's. He loved the fucking baked potatoes with the melted cheese and bacon on
those
them.
are hard.
Yeah, they're
Those
good.
Do they
are
still
hard
sell
as fuck.
those?
Yeah.
They do?
Yeah, but sometimes they're fucking potatoes. They don't. I guess they make them to order, so it takes forever. Anyways, and of
12
course,
minutes.
Yeah, yeah.
10 more minutes. Look at Mike.
That's his shit, right? When we were younger, so I remember I had the bag of Wendy's in my lap, and he's driving, trying to hurry up and get home because he needed to take a shit too, and so he's trying to
You had
hurry.
to make room for the baked potatoes.
Yeah, and so I had like we had gone to Blockbuster. I had the videos on the floor, and then I had this shit. And so he's hurrying, and he comes in. We have a circle drive in our front yard, so he turns in there, and I wasn't paying attention, and I like this, and I dropped all the food.
Damn it, Eric.
All the baked potatoes fall out of the bags, open up, cheese all over the video cassettes,
Oh, dude.
all over my shoes and my feet, and I'm like, oh man. And he looks over, he's like, God damn it, Eric! Like fuck. I'm like, and then he's mad at me. I'm like, what are we gonna eat?
I've gotten paid back
that
for
shit back in
doing
there and
stupid
eat it
shit,
off the
dude. To
floor.
my dad, Brooklyn pays me back, dude.
Yeah.
All the time, man. She just does dumb shit sometimes to fuck with me.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I got it coming,
Especially
bro.
with that hamburger you
I-
wanted.
Dude. Yes.
Yeah.
But and so yesterday she's got like, you know, those scratch pads, they're all black, and like you scratch them and it's colors under
Yeah.
it, and it comes with like a sharp, like almost like a big toothpick, like to scratch it.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
She got it in like a birthday gift bag or some shit.
Yeah.
And so we bought her a vanity for Christmas.
Can you reset it?
No, it's just like a cardboard kind of with like some kind of black shit over
So
it.
once you scratch it,
Yeah, you just flip to the next one. And so we bought her vanity for Christmas, so she's just chilling there, scratching away. And I walk by, I'm like, where's all this fucking Coke coming from, you know? And she goes, oh, sorry, Dad. And I look, well, she jabbed holes in the cup with that little sharp stylus. And I was like, were you not going to tell me anything? She goes, Dad, it's leaking. And I'm like, well, no shit. And like, I'm like,
You have eyes? Can't you see
I'm
it?
trying to be cool about it, but I try not to cuss at her. Like, what the fuck were you thinking? You know? And she's like, Dad, stop cussing. Like, and I'm like, why would you think this is a good idea? Let's poke holes in this cup. It's a styrofoam cup, you know? And I was like, and you were just gonna let it leak? And she goes, well, I put a napkin there, and I'm just like, God dang it, dude. And then I think about like, man, I did a lot of stupid shit to my dad when I was little.
Yeah.
I guess I got it coming, man.
It's like, are you fucking retarded?
It like, what logic were you like? Of course, it's gonna leak.
Do you have to be careful sometimes? Because like, you know, Zach's getting older, and he'll start he's telling me stuff about like when him and his friends are doing. Oh, we went out and did. I was like, oh, I remember when I did this when I was your age. And Andre's like, hey, you. Not because of him, but because of me. And I'm like, oh yeah, I used to sneak out of the house all the time. He's like,
Oh, I thought you were talking about like some fucking good stuff.
no. I'm just saying,
Like, we ran the train on this one girl one time.
not with my daughter.
That's what. I'm just saying. Like, you're telling Zach about that.
No,
but
no. I'm just saying, like,
She had
I
some
would-
huge tits, son.
Yeah. Well, I said just stuff in passing. Oh,
Yeah.
I used to sneak out of the house or this and that. And she's like, you need to stop because Mia's going to start trying. Oh, Dad did it. I'm going to do it. You know what I mean?
Because I know
Shit
Zach
like
don't
that.
seem like the type to do it.
He's
Mia
not.
seems like she's
Yeah.
down to have some fun.
She is.
I never snuck out, bro. Never.
Oh, it snuck out, dude, all the time.
And
I didn't
there's-
play with my dad, bro.
There's times when I would sneak out. I'm lucky I got home like alive. And
No, I would
like,
lie.
Shit like that.
I would lie and
Yeah.
say I'm somewhere else.
Yeah.
Or I was gonna sleep over, but I never like snuck out.
really, I can't think of a time that I have. I'm pretty sure I
Dude,
have.
there were
though.
times when I would sneak out and I'd go meet girls at McKenzie Park, and I mean it's fucking 1 a.m, you know. And what if something happened to me? What if it, like, you know, knock on wood, God forbid, I got into a car wreck or somebody jacked me?
No
you know,
one would've known.
Nobody would have known. My parents would never know where the fuck happened. You know what I mean?
Then
So-
there's like hobos in the woods and shit. At
Yeah.
McKenzie, you know,
Yeah.
like you know,
Skull fucking you.
seriously, like, dude.
Well, maybe we don't want him.
So do you
It's a
think
closed
like,
casket, sir.
do you think shit like okay, because you hear about that stuff happening nowadays, right? Do you think it was going on back then? It's just now it's more you hear about it more because of like social media and shit
I
like
think
that.
people lie now, though.
You think so?
Yeah, because you hear the same story from different people, and you're like, man, were
I
they
see.
really
Just different
following you, or were
interpretations.
you really stealing, bitch? You know what I mean?
I guess so.
I think a lot of people are lying now.
Yeah.
Because I like my parents would just like I had a curfew, but
Yeah.
I'd be out at all hours of the night, dude, and
I-
nothing ever. Thank God, nothing ever
Yeah.
really happened, but it wasn't really a thing.
I
dude.
was talking to my wife about elementary, and then like a fucking memory just popped up in my head. And back then, you know how you always said like it was always a thing. Don't get in cars with strangers and all that shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like stranger danger. Back then, like a fucking older person who probably was like mid-30s. I'm walking home, like screeches, like skirt, and comes up to me, rolls down her window, and was like, "Hey, do you want to ride home?" I remember, like, totally forgot.
You're
and
in
then when
how
I'm
old are you,
talking,
elementary?
I'm in elementary.
and it was a chick.
It was a chick,
There's a rapey chicks you were talking about at the beginning of
Yeah.
the show, man.
and I remember,
Damn.
like,
So she beelined it to make it like,
and then she
made an effort to
She
get.
was like, "Hey, do you want to ride home?" And I remember being like 2 blocks away from my house and not saying shit to her and just fucking sprinting as fast as I can to the house.
Dude, they might have snagged you up,
Dude,
dude.
it's
And
funny.
it's crazy, right?
It's
Like,
funny you say that because my new shit is. I know you've been on Reddit for a while, but like on TikTok, there's pages like
They'll read Reddit.
yeah,
entries.
they'll just read Reddit entries, and it's like, you know, it'll be like, tell me something that happened to you that your parents never knew, or something that scared you to death, or whatever. And it's just like
Because people will
pages.
vent because you can
Yeah.
post anonymously
Yeah.
and just
And it's just pages
Yeah.
of shit, like people saying, yeah, same thing. Like when I was little, I was walking home, somebody pulled over and said they had a puppy in the car for me, or whatever. And they're like,
That's
to think
crazy,
what would have
dude.
happened if I would have gotten into the car, or like, you know, people
interesting,
broke
dude.
into my house and didn't know until later on, or whatever. You know what I mean? Like shit like that.
There's
It's
one
just
story I
creepy,
heard on
dude.
there. This dude was, I want to say he was like out of a relationship or something. And he picked up a homeless chick with intentions on letting her come home, and he was gonna rape her. And this dude, he talks about it how it backfired on him because he felt sorry for her. Like he had planned on taking her home, you know, and they went to the house, and he was like, "Hey, you can just chill here. We'll get you something to eat, and I'll get you cleaned up," you know. So because he wanted her to take a shower and get
Yeah.
clean. And those were his intentions, but he's like, she ended up being real nice, and so he goes, I didn't want to like make it seem like I was expecting that, but he was like, I was hoping it was going that direction. He's like, but I couldn't do it. And like 3 days passed where he ended up like really getting to know her, and like shit worked out, and so he never,
that was God, bro.
yeah. And it was on one of those Reddit entries where he
That's
he had
crazy,
planned on
dude.
hooking
Some
up
of
with her.
that
and-
shit's creepy because you'll get the people that like you're reading, you're like, damn, I feel sorry for these people. But then you get the ones that are like, what the fuck? Like these people are, like you said, it's an anonymous, so they're venting about how they almost killed somebody, or they did kill somebody and they never told somebody about it, and that they buried a body, and like they just, you know, I mean, just weird
Ju-
shit.
Did you ever hear this?
She beelined it. Like
Did-
she
she
was
was gonna
going
snag
like
you up, dude.
opposite direction from how I'm walking on the sidewalk, and then like screeched to me and like rolled down her window, and you know like physically reached across the door and like an arm rolled
Yeah.
it, and she's like, "Hey, you want to ride home?" And then boom, I just
That or
felt,
they were
I
like,
just felt my backpack just because I'm
gone.
fucking-
So did she just ask you for a ride? If
Yeah.
you want to ride, she didn't offer you anything? Or
No,
like-
just to ride home.
She might have been like on that movie, The Sound of Freedom, how they got the lady to do the dirty work, like to like snag up the
Oh,
kids.
yeah,
you know?
yeah.
Maybe she was.
I
Doing
mean,
that.
maybe she was
working
gonna
for
really
somebody.
take me home. You know
You
what I
never
mean?
know,
But,
but-
Oh, dude.
but I forgot about that, and I'm
Yeah.
talking to my wife, and I was like, holy shit, I remember a time where blah,
That's
blah.
wild,
And she was
bro.
like, what the fuck? That's not normal.
Did you ever hear that story? Howard, they were talking about like on Howard Stern show that he had some guy that would call in periodically, and he was a serial killer the whole time.
Yeah.
Did you ever hear about that
Damn.
shit?
I
What was it
heard
about?
it.
Do you remember the backstory to it?
No, I just remember.
That's about what it was, right? Yeah,
like
that's
he would
some
always
dude,
call in and say like, "Yeah, I killed this person," or "I did this and that," and then Howard would try to keep him talking to like get more info out of him, just the story for the story.
Yeah, he ended up being a legit
yeah,
serial
because
killer.
he thought
dude.
it was just some guy fucking
So,
around. But
so
he ended
while
up being
we're
real.
in this area of conversation, is there one regret that you wish you could do over in your life?
Shit, I got a lot. I got a lot of little regrets.
One main that always comes to mind.
Mine is
I'll-
pretty simple. You go first.
I'll go
then.
first.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna be petty with the shit.
Hey, petty. I like petty.
I
though.
can step high, go high,
Tom
stay
Petty.
high. I'm gonna go real
Get
low
petty
on
with
this
that
one.
shit.
It was real fucking cold. Like I don't know, maybe 8-9 years ago. It was like real fucking cold this one winter. And you know me, I live in shorts, bro.
Yeah.
I live in shorts. I'm walking out of fucking Walmart, and it's a younger guy with his family, and you could tell he's got like fucking 6 or 7 fucking little kids because they're all everywhere. And he's so frustrated. And he fucking looks up and he's like, and this fucking dumbass fucking got shorts on in this cold ass weather.
Yeah.
And it,
Like, what the hell's that all about, dude?
dude,
Damn.
it immediately just wanted me to murder this guy. But then I'm like, man, I'm going to beat the fuck out of
In
this
front of his family?
small, younger kid with ease right in front of his kids and like traumatize them. And still to this fucking day, this was like 8-9 years ago, I think about it twice a week about
Still
just
get your blood
finding
boiling,
him and murdering
Yeah.
the fuck out
Are
of him.
you
bro.
serious? You want to
Bro.
fucking swing on
That's
him?
my redo that I regret, just letting his ass whooping
I thought it was gonna go a
slide.
whole other direction, bro. He's like, I wish I would have whooped that dude's ass.
Yeah, I really wish I'd have fucking just bodied him.
I've got a lot
So
of
if
little
you saw this
regrets.
guy, let's say that you left right now and went to put gas in your car.
I wouldn't know what
and
the
you
fuck
saw
he
him-
looks like.
Oh, you-
Nuh-uh.
What if he was like, oh, there's his dumbass again?
He's still wearing shorts.
Fucking 9 years later, this motherfucker's still wearing shorts.
Yeah.
You don't learn his lesson.
I wanted
His
to
kids are all like
whip
15 years old.
Dude, no
dog
shit.
shit out of him.
That
bro.
I didn't
Yeah.
expect that one, bro.
Yeah.
Mine is all boring
Yeah.
compared to that. What's yours?
I got one in it.
Do you?
It's a little, I don't know. To me, it's fucking stupid, but I'm sure it's stupid to everybody. But there was one time that I was like, I think I was 16. No, it might have been 15 because I don't think I was driving yet. But we used to eat dinner. Sometimes we had a coffee table in the living room. Sometimes we'd just sit around the coffee table and watch TV.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
eat,
yeah.
You know, whatever. And
And that was normal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Y'all do that too?
Yeah,
too?
yeah.
Okay.
Shit, we do it to this day.
Yeah. So this one particular night, it was a Friday night, and I wanted to go out with some friends real bad. And my dad was like, no, not tonight. No, whatever. And actually, my mom was the one telling me no, and I was getting pissed and just having a tantrum, right? Because I wanted to go.
Yeah, yeah.
And so my dad comes home. He has Josie's with him. He picked up dinner for us, and it's Josie's Burritos.
So this is the place to go.
And so I'm sitting there with my carne asada burrito, and I'm like, the whole time we're eating, I'm like arguing my case, whatever. My dad just finally flips out, and he goes, "You're not fucking going." And I said, so I stood up and I grabbed my burrito and I fucking slammed it on the table and fucking
Domino's,
carne
motherfucker.
Carne asada goes fucking flying, dude. And my dad, he had just gotten home, so he had taken off he had his white undershirt on. Fucking
He had
carne
his duck
asada-
head shirt. You remember those duck head shirts back in
Yeah.
the day, dude? The duck head.
fucking carne asada all over his shirt, all over his lap, and I was just like, "Fuck!" Like, what?
Nah,
the
it really ain't
fuck?
going,
I
Now
was
you
like-
really ain't going nowhere.
And I had to like kind of keep it up because like I'm not.
You gotta
I
hold-
can't-
stand your ground.
I
You gotta
can't-
stand your
I
ground.
can't hold out on it, right?
You went
So
and
I'm
got
like-
a chip and scraped it. You saw off his chest, off his titty. Got something there.
I was like, I can't.
He finished his interview. You know what, Mean Gene?
I was like, I can't fucking never do nothing in this house. And then my dad stood
Well, you
up.
anteed up, huh? You
Yeah.
fucking doubled down on that
Yeah,
shit.
and he stood up, and I was like, "Fuck!" So that point is when I went from being my dad's little boy to being just his son.
Your little dickhead son?
Like, yeah. So our relationship changed. Like, it's not like
You can define
he
it to
hated
that
me.
moment is when it
yeah,
changed.
He didn't, it's, we always still got along, but it was like, all right, you're gonna be a man. You want to step
Yeah.
up and act like that. Okay, go. You're gonna get a job. You're gonna pay this. You're gonna pay your own.
Just
bills.
because of that burrito, dude.
Yeah,
You had to start working at
I could have probably
Baker's.
gotten at least
It wasn't a
another.
burrito. It was that fucking temper tantrum.
Yeah.
Definitely wasn't a burrito.
The
The burrito was the cherry.
That's what it was.
the burrito was a fucking.
Because you probably could have bought yourself some more time if you'd be like, you know what, I'm sorry, I overreacted or whatever. But no kid at that age is gonna think that way.
Yeah,
Yeah.
The burrito is like collateral damage. You know what I mean? Like,
Hey, and
It
then
was
you're
in line of
mad
fire.
and hungry.
yeah. Then I didn't have a
You didn't
burrito.
fucking
I was
food.
fuck. Oh,
I
now
didn't
I
hurt
went to
that burrito
Yeah.
in '92 was $5.
Yeah, no shit.
No shit,
But
bro.
then, like at that point, you're like, you know, my dad's like, all right, you want to be a man. And so from that point on, it was just like, he didn't treat me like, hey, what's up, and hug me, and he
Yeah.
like, you know, or
Hey, he walked by and hit you in the nuts, dude. Like one of the homies come check you. Hey,
just
what's up, bro?
It's just one of
That was
those
work,
things.
puto.
What's up, bro?
Yeah. It's just one of those things, like you said, I pinpointed it back.
Have you
to
brought it
that.
up to your dad
Oh
recently?
yeah, we laugh about it all
Yeah.
the time, but like I said, that's that one thing that like
You could narrow it down to that moment.
and that's the one thing too, like, because I've done a lot of shit in my life. My dad's always been pretty cool about stuff, and he never brings shit up. But that's the one thing that, like, if we're around people or family, like, did Eric ever tell you that story about when he threw the burrito at the table and
he became a man.
we were gonna fight? And I was gonna kick his ass. And
Hey,
everybody
you're like, damn, Dad, we were gonna
I
fight.
was like, God damn.
Did he ever tell you about the time he became a man?
You didn't realize how close you were to getting fucking swung
Yeah.
on by your dad.
He's like, did he tell you about being a man? And everybody's like, oh, he had sex. Nah, he threw a burrito at the table.
I would like to think that probably like 15, 16, I could whoop my dad's ass.
Because that point,
really could.
you get to that point, right?
Yeah.
There's
But
that point.
I take peace and pride knowing that my son still can't whoop my ass. So he's going
Same.
on 21. So I'm like, cool.
My dad,
I never thought of that, dude. But there is a point. Any man that has a son, there's a point where you know you could probably whoop your dad's
Yeah.
ass.
I don't know, man. My
In
dad,
most cases.
the stories I've heard, not just from him, but from other people, my dad was a scrapper all the time when he was younger. So I don't think,
Your dad's gonna put you in the Boston crab.
my dad, I think will whoop my ass. I think he'd still give me a damn good fight. You know,
Give you a run for your money.
I think he's got that old man
Well, I take
strength.
pride in knowing that I'm like Ramon.
You still got it.
Because
Yeah, it
Isaiah's
ain't
going to
going
be
down.
real old before he can start whooping my ass.
You're like the dad on Blood In, Blood Out. That he was all fucking yoked.
I would.
Oh,
at
Remember that dad? That
times-
dad was yoked,
Paco's
dude.
dad?
Yeah.
I would at times like. Of course, we hadn't been in the gym in a few years, but I still ask him like, "What do you bench or what are you pushing?" And I'm still like, I can still whoop this kid's ass.
Put some weight on there, Judy. That's bad.
Yeah, man. But yeah, that's my.
You regret.
I regret that shit all the time. I still think about that shit. I'm like, man, if I wouldn't have thrown that burrito,
Do you remember what you wanted to go out for?
it was something stupid. Like my friend had
WrestleMania.
gotten his driver's license, and I wanted to like
Go
go
driving
riding
with him?
around.
Yeah, you're just
That's
gonna go
it.
drive. That was fun back then, though.
It
dude.
was just
Especially like
driving
if a
around.
new
That's
CD
it.
came out or something.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I was just gonna ride
But
around.
yeah, but if your friend has a license, right, and they're out, you have what is it called, FOMO? You
Fear of
have,
missing
you
out.
have huge FOMO at home,
Especially
if
on a
they-
weekend, dude. Monday you
especially
hear
if
about it.
You can't go. You
Yeah.
fucking can't go. You're
Yep.
like,
yeah.
I hate my life.
It's so true, dude.
Like
It's
what
so
are
true.
what are Jonathan and JP out riding around doing, and I'm here fucking doing nothing. And,
Yeah, and
what
in your
am I
mind,
missing
we're
out?
fucking midgets. We've got clowns.
Doing all
We've-
kinds of fun shit, dude.
We've got
Yeah.
ape shit circuses.
Because that was the thing at Cavazos, bro. I remember every Monday morning, dude, everybody would be like, hey, did I go to university? Did I go to university? Because that was the thing
Yeah.
to do. And I never got to, but I would always hear about it secondhand from everybody where something happened on university. All the lowriders are going park out there and shit.
And you know, the one time I went to university to check it out, shit,
It was
like,
whack.
It wasn't
fuck
nothing.
this, man. Everybody was
You're
sitting at
better off
Tommy's
not knowing,
Burgers
yeah.
eating fucking hamburgers. I'm like, nah, I could have done this shit.
You know, I never did that. I never went to the lowrider shit.
Nah, I just heard about it all the time, I
Did
guess.
you
me
ever go
too.
to McKenzie Park in Easter?
Oh, all the time.
That was dope.
Yeah,
That was dope.
Yeah.
I remember people would like camp out to have their spot.
Have a good spot.
And we would just show up early and put our shit there. Like,
It was tight though. Do they still do it like that now? Or?
I don't
haven't
think
been
so.
in years, bro. I haven't been.
I
in
don't
what's
years.
the
think
one
so.
thing you regret?
I have a lot, but there's one that like it to this day it bugs me, dude.
Full of them.
I have a shitload of regrets, man. But there's so. This was back when South Beach, because I remember my girlfriend and I at the time we were leaving South Beach, and I parked. You know
was
where
the
like the
best
Buddy,
club.
the Buddy Holly, the Buddy Holly Center is now.
Yeah.
Okay, so it was right across the street from South Beach, and we had parked back over there one time. And like Eric laughs sometimes because he's like, "Oh man, you always want to be a hero, or you," and it's true. Like I'm always want to be like. Okay, just keep that in mind, right? There's a reason why.
The
There's
Ramos sign is on.
there's a reason why I always do shit like that. Like I always want to help somebody out, or you know, like I busted into that building. So there's a backstory to the reason why I'm like that. So my girlfriend and I at the time were leaving South Beach, and we're just going and walking to the car, and there's this dude getting jumped, and it's this one dude, his girlfriend screaming, and 3 dudes were beating him up. And so I'm like, hey, I'm going to go jump in and break it up, or, because I was scared. Like, I'm not a fighting type of dude, man, and so I'm like, but this dude's getting his ass whooped. I need to go and intervene or do something. And my girlfriend
beat up by 3 guys. That's
not looking too good for
it's
2
not
of us.
looking too good for 2 of you.
I mean, he was holding his own, but I mean, it's 3-on-1, and his girlfriend's like screaming, stop, somebody help. And literally just my girlfriend and I are the only ones there, dude.
I would
like,
tell my girlfriend, don't look.
don't make eye contact.
Mind your own business. Mind your own business.
And so
start running.
Yeah.
And so I'm like, fuck, man, I gotta at least do something. And my girlfriend's like, you better not, and I'm like glad she's holding me back, but still I feel bad. Like I fucking got to do something. Well, anyway, I bitched out. I felt like I was a coward because I let this dude get his ass whooped. Somebody else came and they're like, hey, the cops are coming. I could have just said that and it would have been fine.
Yeah.
But I didn't. And so it ate at me, dude. It ate at me for years. Like I was a fucking coward. I didn't step up and help this dude that one time.
We make jokes, but I'm thinking like you. I'd be the same.
Yeah,
man, fuck him. He probably deserved it.
But there's always that case. You never know what the circumstances were,
hard.
but it was probably just some club shit,
Yeah.
And like it ate at me, dude, because I was like, and I told myself I'll never fucking be a coward again. As long as I live, if I have an opportunity to help somebody, or I'm gonna do it. And that's just from that moment on, I've lived my life that way. Like if I have a chance to help somebody, I'm gonna do it.
But I don't feel like that's being a coward. Like I think that was more of a like. I mean, you had to assess.
But
the
I knew I was
situation.
scared. I was scared.
Yeah,
that's why I felt that way.
But like, let's just say you got into it. With the cops came and got you, took you to jail.
I think it is.
You know what I mean? Like,
no.
Hey, I appreciate it, Eric, but also
never mind.
I think it is a coward because, like you said, you could have done
Thanks, man.
something as simple as, "Hey, the cops are coming,"
and it could have,
you know what I mean?
broke it up.
And you said yourself you were.
I was legit
You were
scared.
legit scared.
Yeah.
So,
Because at the time, dude, I'd probably been in a handful of fights, like maybe 3 or 4 real fights at that time. Like,
damn, in front of your girl too. What
Yeah.
a fucking coward.
hey, the fucking quote of the whole show. Now that is some coward shit, bro. Fucking JP. You're trying to fucking let me down easy.
That's the name of the episode. Jonathan's a coward.
Today's episode is the Cowardly Lion.
But it made me the person I am today. So it's
Yeah.
like no matter what, as long as like my family's not with me and I'm like putting them in danger, I'll help fucking anybody. Dude.
Unless it's
I'll,
a fight.
Unless you, but even at that,
3
like,
guys.
because I've told myself if I had that opportunity again, I would jump in. I don't know about jump in as far as hey, let's square up, but I would be like, hey, the cops are coming, or y'all break it up, or figure out a way to intervene. And it's
Now
buggy.
you'd be the old man doing the breaking up. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
it's not. That's not our
Me
lane
knowing
anymore.
me at the age that I am now, knowing what I know now, I've got to see the whole shit.
Yeah.
So
like,
I've
y'all
got,
hold on. What
I've
happened?
got to see. I've got to
Yeah.
see if he didn't deserve that ass.
Yeah, because
That's
what
what
if
I'm
this
saying,
dude like
dude.
hit one of those
Yeah.
dudes' sister, slapped her? You know,
So
it could,
if I'm coming up on a dude getting jumped, I'm like, well, he just got his ass whooped. That's
See,
none of my business.
If it was me and there was like I was in the same situation as 3 guys beating up one dude, I'd join the 3 guys and kick his ass.
it's like that scene on
Now
Don't
it's
Be a
four-
Menace.
yeah,
Where they fucking
now
stop
it's
the shit
4
at
on 1,
everybody.
motherfucker.
It's all your cousins.
What'd he
oh,
do?
shit.
What'd he do?
But I can remember it like it was yesterday, dude, because I could hear his girlfriend screaming, and I was like, I was legit scared.
You
dude.
still have nightmares about that shit?
No, but I think about it from time to time because like it's
Yeah,
one
'cause
of my
it
big
lingers,
regrets.
for a
Yeah.
while,
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's one thing that like if I could go back, I would have done something different.
Like I
than
said,
that.
I could go high, but I went low on my regret.
you want to be the one whooping somebody's ass.
I really would love to body his ass, dude.
I get it.
And I get it. He was frustrated, and I'm sure
He was mad at some other shit.
Probably, yeah. But that's some ass whooping shit that I just regret letting go.
But who pops off at a stranger for no reason like that? Because you're mad at some other shit. You and your stupid shorts.
Yeah, I mean, I'd be mad too because I wear shorts all the time. Too.
I
Like,
live
fuck
in
you, man.
shorts, man. Fuck yeah.
So, off that tip, would you like right now? Let's say that you were, I don't know, at Walmart or something, and you see a dude getting into a fight with 2 other guys, and then they wanted to start shit with you. Would you fight somebody, or would you try to diffuse it and try to get out of there?
Yeah, rule one of me being in so many street fights in my life. There's no talking.
Yeah,
You just get
Just
after
start
it.
getting after it. Once it becomes towards me, all right, let's go. Because I'm not gonna fucking stay and try to diffuse and be sucker punched or so,
Talk your way out of
how's
it.
how's your cardio? Because like the reason I'm asking, and I'm legit asking,
I'm good for a good 3 minutes.
Okay, because
Damn.
with me, if that's the one reason, like I'm like I can't get into a fight, not because I'm afraid I'll get my ass whipped. I'm afraid I'll get my
run
ass
out of
whipped
gas.
after I run out of gas,
Yeah.
and I have nothing. Like I'm good for a minute or two, like, but I'm gonna use all my steam.
It better be a one hitter quitter.
Yeah.
I represent a fat boy pretty fucking well in the gym, bro.
Yeah.
And like I've talked about it a few times when my son started fucking working out with me, I made his ass puke a few times, and I go ham in the gym. And if you're working out with me, you'll know because I always tell any of my partners, I'm like, this is called a workout. We're here to work, bro. We're not fucking here to go half-ass or
I've heard you
barely
say that
break a
before.
sweat.
Yeah.
Like we're fucking going balls to the wall on this fucking workout. And people trip out because like my Apple Watch is set to 800 calories for the for your
goal for the day.
activity.
Yeah.
And I know they're not accurate, but if I work out first thing in the morning, like in the middle of my workout, I'm already reaching my move goal.
Yeah.
Damn.
Because I'm fucking going ham.
Yeah.
Like I want my heart rate at least like 140, 150 for most of it. Like, yeah.
It's a good point, dude, because I might be in the same boat as you. Like, dude, if I can't knock somebody out in like a couple punches,
Yeah, and I make this joke all the time, but I'm like kind of serious about it. Like my daughter's 14, like she's getting to the age where she's gonna want to start dating or bringing boys over, and I like I said, I make a joke of it, but like if she brings somebody over that I don't like, and I have to end up fighting somebody over or a dad or something, I can't go. So I got to.
We're too old to fight. Just get guns.
No, that's what I'm saying. I got to get.
Yeah, we're fucking too old to be fighting, bro.
Nah, I just, but also, like, I want to get back in the gym, start working out to where I can at least have another 1 or 2 minutes under my cardio if I have to fight somebody.
I
you
get
know what
it.
I mean? But I'm like, I'm running out of time. Like, she's gonna start dating, and I'm like, shit. So
Well,
that's just me.
It's a good point, though. It's a fair point.
It sucks. I get it. It does suck. But worst case scenario, you're really not gonna fight nobody.
No,
It's just in our fucking heads that I mean, you fought none of your girlfriend's dads. Like
no. Well, my girlfriend had a
and
dad.
I would
that died,
assume
so-
that you raised your daughter pretty well to know that she's not gonna
Yeah.
date a fuckhead that's
Yeah.
gonna piss dad off all the time.
I also, dude,
There's,
damn it.
There's an abundance of fuckheads out here these days, though.
I've had to start wearing, you were talking about road rage a while ago. I had to stop wearing flip flops to the store because my wife wants to start fighting with chicks and stuff. So I got to make sure I wear shoes all the time.
Makes me more
can't be wearing
aerodynamic.
chanclas.
Fight.
Just take them off, bro.
Fucking whack, just flip them off. No, but
It's a distraction.
No,
Kick
yeah,
one up,
yeah.
shoot one at him with your left foot, and then hit him with the right.
I got little baby ankles, dude. My ankles roll like the wind blows and I fall over. My ankles broken.
Bro, you ain't got no business fighting, bro.
Oh, I know. But that's why I got to wear fucking shoes tied up on the ankles and shit.
You wear them all choked up.
Yeah.
Dude, that's fucking funny,
Fucking
bro.
Andrea wants to be starting shit with old bitches at
You need to invent
United
the
and
combat chanclas.
So before we leave, man,
Combat chanclas.
before we leave, I want to know if you could have one question answered, like truthfully, right here and now. What would be your one question that you ask?
Mine's easy. I just have a like I hate water, but I just have a fascination with what's fucking under the water. Like I want to know like how deep the shit goes. I want to know if there's shit under there we don't even know about. Like that's just for whatever reason, that's the fascination I got.
That's a good one.
That is a good one.
That's a great one. But I gotta say that I kind of painted a picture for you. I was for sure you were gonna ask if Bigfoot's real.
That I
He
almost
already
went-
knows the answer to that one,
I
bro.
already know he's real. So,
It don't even matter.
Why would I want to know that if I already know? No, I thought about that shit too, but I know he's real. I know he's fucking out there.
Mine kind of kind of piggybacks off of what yours is. Like, I would like off the Bigfoot shit. I'd like to know if we're living in a simulation, because they say sometimes like the Bigfoot and all these cryptids and stuff that it's just like dimensions merging. I've heard that story.
and Tesla with the numerology.
All that shit, dude. Like, I'd like to know if we're living in a simulation, because there's things, dude. Like, there's a book.
But what do you think about when you say that? What's your thought process on a simulation? Like somebody's playing a video game of us?
It's pretty much the best way I can explain it is like I think it's the third Matrix, It's not the newest one, but it's like when Keanu Reeves goes to this room. There's computers all over. Did you ever seen that?
Yeah. That white room.
And there's like the God character is the one controlling everything. You know, because I remember, like there's just weird shit. Like deja vu could be a form of like maybe we're living in a simulation. You know, when somebody has deja vu.
Yeah.
And then I read this book one time. I listened to this book called Synchronicity Highway. And so it was talking about how, like, let's say we're just having this conversation right now, and I'm like, oh yeah, and then JP's wearing this red hoodie. Well, while I said that, I look up and a truck will drive by and it'll say red hoodie INC. Just weird things like that. You get what? Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does.
Like little synchronicities.
But when
that
people
happens
say that,
a lot, dude.
in my mind, I revert to someone playing us as a video game.
That could be a version of it too.
But then I'm like, well, where do our hopes and ambitions come from if it's just being played by a master somewhere?
That's what I would want to know.
Have you ever played like a role playing game? That's you make all those decisions, dude. Like, so you're playing a video game. It's an RPG role play game, and you're the character, and you're like going through the game, and you get to a point, and it's like choose A, B, or C, and you have to pick which.
You still have choices.
Yeah, there's a choice, and whatever choice you make, they go
But
this
that's
way.
the person playing.
Yeah,
That's what I'm saying.
That's what I'm.
Like,
That's
So y'all are saying the same shit. Yeah.
Where does our hopes and ambitions, the character,
because they're
in the
choosing
game?
it for us. They're choosing.
I don't know.
Which way.
Oh, I get
you know
what
what
you're
I'm saying
saying now.
Like A, B,
Okay.
or C. Does JP want to fight this guy? Does he want to let it ignore him, or does he want to, call the cops or whatever? You know what I mean? A, B, or C, and they choose what you want to do.
Because like as a Christian, like you're not really. That's an easy answer.
Yeah.
God, there's God. God is there, and our life, you do good, you go to heaven. You do bad, you go to hell, and everything that happens in between is up to us, right? Mm-hmm. But there's certain things that happen throughout your day or whatever. Like I was giving that example, how just like ripples or glitches, I guess, which is what you would call in the simulation.
Yeah.
Where like I said, I'm saying the words right out of my, because it's happened to me fairly recently, dude, where I'll be on the phone talking to somebody, and right as I'm saying these words, I'll see a sign that says the exact same thing I just said. I'm like, oh, that's a weird coincidence.
Yeah.
But that's like a 1 in a billion.
Yeah.
But it's happened multiple times.
Yeah.
And
But
it's like,
that's also kind of like a red car theory.
what's that? I don't know about the red card theory.
It's like when I seen it on TikTok where they said, they mentioned like right before your drive, like, hey, be on the lookout for red cars. Mm-hmm. And you, as you're
That's all
driving,
you see is red cars.
you'll fucking see nothing but red cars. As opposed to, I didn't tell you that, and you didn't care that you didn't see any of those.
I'm
Okay.
gonna hit you with one that happened to me today, and tell me, I don't know how this happened, but so I was at the gym today, and I had a podcast on, and I'm listening to it just like normal, right? And they have commercial breaks or whatever, but like they usually, I don't pay attention to their shit. So I'm working out. Well, Zach calls me while I'm working out, and he was like, "Hey, what's the password to the Peacock app or whatever?" And so I was like, I told him what it was.
Wet tits.
Yeah.
I always had weird ass passwords like that when I was younger.
Semicolon.
And so I send it to him, or I tell him over the phone, right? And then we hang up, and I'm listening to the podcast, and then all of a sudden they break for a commercial, and it's a commercial for Peacock. And I'm like, what the fuck? Like, how does that? That's just weird, right?
See, little things like that.
Okay, but
Yeah.
that's was weird. I was like, whatever. So then I'm working out, and then I took my earphone out for whatever reason, so I missed some of the podcast. So I put it back, and I rewound like a minute or two, and it went back to that commercial, and it was gone. I swear to God, that Peacock commercial was gone. It's just like there was no commercial there at all.
See, there's
fucking
little
weird,
things
right?
that you can't like that. That's a perfect example
Yeah.
of like, I think there's more to what's going on in our lives than what we know is
Yeah.
going on. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
No, yeah, for
Yeah.
sure.
And like you see like weird shit, like glitches where, and I mean a lot of it can just be where people are fucking around with their cameras or whatever. Where like you'll see a bird flying, but it just stops midair.
Yeah.
And just like, the hell's that all about?
Yeah.
Or just weird things, dude. Like you can't explain.
I've heard theories, and I've come to maybe accepting some, not all, like birds are robots.
I think
Have you
there
heard
are
that?
some. I
That's
don't
what
think
I'm
they all
saying.
are, but I think
I
there's
think some because like they.
You ever
they
seen
s-
that?
They
Like
say
pigeons?
like the bird on the power line. That's the way it charges its battery.
Oh shit.
Man, the other day I had
That's not a bad idea.
I had to go out of town for work, and so I went to Amarillo, and I was coming back, and I mean, mind you, it's like 7:30 in the morning. I'm coming back, so I stopped in Plainview at Walmart to go to the restroom, and so I go inside. I come back out, and it's still dark outside, but there's a shitload of birds on the ground. I mean, I'm talking hundreds,
Like
right?
at the mall?
Like it's covered, right?
Like at Dillard's?
Yeah. And so I'm like, fuck. So I pull out of the thing and I'm like, I'm gonna run over all these fucking birds, right? And as soon as I like pull out of the parking spot and I'm start heading towards them, I'm like barely. I'm not even on the gas. They just spread like the fucking.
Like you got
red-
superpowers and shit?
Yeah, they just spread off to the side. They don't fly away. They just spread out, and I go off, and then they just come back. I'm like, what the
Dude, I
fuck,
remember hearing,
dude?
like what you just brought up. I remember
Crazy.
seeing, because I follow like a shit of like conspiracy pages and stuff. And first time I heard that, I was like, get the fuck out of here. Dude.
Yeah.
They're saying like
Yeah.
birds aren't real. I mean, that's a big statement, but I would be willing to believe that some birds aren't real. Like they're actually like
Mixing
robots
in,
or like they got little cameras where they're, it's like a drone,
Yeah.
but you disguise it as a bird. They're just flying around doing surveillance on shit. I could believe that.
I've listening like ever since Don Flamingo started his stuff, and then of course you leaked a little bit of stuff into to my brain and stuff. I've started to be a little bit more.
You also don't think Jennifer
suspicious.
Aniston's a woman?
No.
That's the
You
shit. I
think that she's a man too?
No.
Oh.
I think
No,
she's a
did
woman.
I say it wrong? Because
Yeah.
because Flams was always like, they're not women, they're
Yeah.
men. He's always
No.
saying all these hot chicks
No,
or dudes.
they're all women.
They're all women.
Except Big Mike.
Women's.
Bathhouse Barry and Big Mike.
Women's, except Big
Yeah.
Mike. I believe Big Mike is a man.
Yeah.
Big Mike got that dick print.
My question, and sorry, Paul, but
The dinosaur.
it'd have to be the dinosaurs because
They
I
were real?
don't fucking believe they ever existed.
Did you get any feedback from that from him?
No,
Was he feeling some type of way?
he throws a little jab here and there on TikTok with like sending videos back and forth, but he never has told me what he thought about
Well,
fucking up his
if you get
whole
a
world.
if you get a 1-star rating, bro,
Yeah.
from an anonymous account, it's probably from Paul, dude.
Yeah, but
I don't know about dinosaurs either, dude.
I don't think they ever existed, dude.
How do
I
you
really don't.
fucking know what they sounded like? How do you know that they had like their skin? It wasn't.
How did they
feathers?
fuck?
That's the
That's
best
my
question.
thing.
Yeah.
The T-Rex has this big old fucking tail that you can't just move out of the way to fuck.
Yeah.
And then they can't be on their backs. How their little ass arms? How did they roll over to get up?
They fucking 69, I guess. That's it.
And see, I don't know if I've seen places where it says like they've had like they laid eggs and shit like
Well,
that.
yeah,
Do they?
went the whole chicken route
Okay.
where they did lay eggs, but how do you still fertilize that
Yeah.
fucking egg?
And then they have this thing called the Bone Wars, where the only people that are finding dinosaur bones are people that are actually it's in their best interest to find bones, dinosaur bones, like
And
archaeologists.
my
and
thing
shit.
is like apparently no one's ever seen a real dinosaur bone because they're
They're
in
all
the
fake.
Smithsonian locked away. And like and you can argue, well, every museum's got all that shit is fake.
They're not real.
You mean the
they're
ones
handmade.
here at the Texas Tech
Yeah,
Museum?
they're not
Yeah.
real, dude. They're like paper
Yeah.
mache and shit. Yeah.
So I mean, I'm like, okay, you want to tell me that they're real, but we've never seen a real fossil? Come on.
There's some
Yeah.
fuckery going. And I remember, I don't know what the significance to this family, but it's a family called the St. Clairs, and they had like gas stations. You ever seen the gas station? It has a logo of a dinosaur. It's a family called this. And if you think about the family on the show Dinosaurs, they were the St. Clairs.
Yeah.
There's something to do with this family way back in the day
Yeah.
called the St. Clair family.
Just some
that-
fuckery shit.
Yeah, there's something
Wow.
going on with it, but I don't remember the significance too. But I just know bits and pieces of the story.
I don't know. I mean, it's ingrained into us because that's obviously what you grew up with, and it's like that's what they teach in school. And
Well,
of
they
course
hammered it on you.
Yeah,
Mhm.
you have
Fucking-
dinosaur
yeah.
toys when you're kids. And you have kids that play with dinosaurs.
So what if that was not to flams out or anything, but what if like like you said, when we're in school, we're taught about the dinosaurs. They lived millions of years ago. What if that's just a way for them so that they get everybody to agree with evolution?
Yeah, I
It's
think,
all part
I
of
think
that
All
agenda.
that is agenda to get us away from God.
Yeah.
To thinking that God created everything.
Yeah, I agree with you.
That's what I think.
All right, Paul. Dinosaurs
Sorry,
can go
man.
eat shit, Paul.
But on that note, well, you got any shout outs,
Paul.
bro?
Yeah, Paul.
No, shout out to the whole Generic Media family. I guess that's pretty much it, man. And shout out to all our sponsors and everybody that supported us through 2023.
Yeah, because we didn't do a end of
beyond.
the year episode, huh? on
So,
the Pendejos.
Yeah,
so
we did
the
our Christmas
the
kinda.
Pendejos, obviously your shit, right?
Yeah.
But the new baby is being born with E is for everything, and we've got a baby in the oven with Ramos and friends. Where do y'all see that for 2024? Bigger and better?
Yeah, I mean, I'd like to start doing more episodes. I mean, I kind of been slacking on my ES for everything just because, like we said at the beginning of the show, it's hard to get guests and it's hard to have a different topic every week. And you know, with me and Jonathan, I mean, we just talk about whatever. Like we don't have a like a topic. I mean, it's just like we'll bullshit through it. But yeah, it's. I'd like to have more episodes. You know, instead of just here and there whenever.
Yeah,
so.
yeah. Fuck yeah.
And I'm gonna. I want to do. I want to go to video on my show. But the only thing that one thing that I have a little bit of a hiccup is I've never wanted to go to behind a paywall, you know, because like people barely want to listen for free, much less hey, I want to pay to hear my shit.
Yeah.
But the problem is like the problem you're having with YouTube. My show is gonna be like kind of heavily music. Like I play a lot of music on and stuff. Well, automatically if I do that, it's gonna get yanked off of YouTube. And so I thought about maybe having to go to like a behind a paywall so that I can play music and all that shit, but
your paywall can be $1.
that's what I was gonna say. It would I'd make it super cheap, 50 cents or just something so that you can go here to get the show, as opposed to YouTube because right off the bat it's gonna get taken down because of the music. But we've talked about how like Spotify, they I think they have a video podcast option.
Yeah, that's something that we really, really need to talk to Mad Genius about how our account is set up. Because I've researched it, and it's basically saying like how we upload to Buzzsprout. Well, this is completely
It's a whole other thing.
uploading to Spotify.
Straight to Spotify. Yeah.
So
we'll have to figure that out.
Yeah.
So yeah,
it'll require his knowledge to help us out to get it on there. And if we both of our shows can get on there, and I don't know if you ever want to go to video, but I'm all for that.
Yeah.
We'll figure it out.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's kind of what I'm hoping to do. But like I was telling Eric earlier today, it's like that's just it's on the back burner because we got other shit. Like the priority right now is like doing the pendejos, making sure everybody that's already got a show going, make sure everybody's taken care of. Then if I have time, I'm gonna start doing mine and knock out some episodes when I can. It's just a matter of everybody getting on the same page. It's hard, man.
To be fair, you dropped your episode
way too early.
Well, no, not early. I just think you dropped it at the most busiest time of the year.
Yeah.
In the holidays, with right between Thanksgiving and Christmas, like. Not only holidays, but like your work schedule, like you're busting ass all the time, so you just don't have the time.
Yeah.
Like I think if you dropped it like now, you would be just fine. But it's just
premature.
Yeah, it was just that time of year. But I mean, the show is great. It's just you gotta, just get back into it. Yeah, just get back onto it. So
yeah, so we'll see. We'll get after it.
What about you, Doug? What about you? What's your plan for the JP Lopez show?
Yeah, I really, really just want to focus on more content. I want to bring people with stories, with life experience. I've talked to some old heads that I really want to get on the show, but they're
too old fashioned.
They're not.
They're like, what the hell's a podcast?
Not only that, but a lot of them are like, hush, hush. Like I don't want to be saying that shit on.
Because I've heard my parents tell me stories. I'm from the Guadalupe neighborhood, and like my mom will tell me stories about like before the tornado hit, like it was gnarly over there, dude.
Yeah.
I mean, like I know the Arnett Benson, like where you're from, it has its
Arnett
story.
Benson's got a lot of stories, man.
And my mom would tell me stories about how that neighborhood was before the tornado, and she goes, man, in some ways that tornado was a blessing in disguise because it was bad. She's like, it was really bad back in the day.
Not only that, but like there's families that could, be ruined with stories that I know.
I'm sure.
Because they're well respected, and back then they were nothing at all.
Right. Yeah. And I think maybe you're right. That's why a lot of them are like, nah, we don't really want to talk about that stuff. And,
But I want to bring shit like that, just new content, and But anyways, man.
Let me interrupt you real quick. Everybody listening, hit us up about putting together that live show. See if we're gonna need help. We're gonna need help.
If you can help anyway, fuck
Yeah.
Because I
If
mean,
y'all
we
got
can
a
do so
spot
much, and
that you could help us out with, and
because I like that idea.
give it
That
to
would
us
be
cheap.
dope, man. That would be
give
dope.
it to us cheap,
have
or help us out with it, or like if you can provide.
donate it and write it off.
Yeah.
Oh hell yeah! Anybody needs to write offs, holler at your boys.
And I mean, if we do that, I mean, of course, I want like food trucks out there. I want.
Oh hell yeah!
You know, if we can
Dude,
For the
get
comida.
fighting.
Eric can't wear chanclas.
nope, I'm gonna fucking fight in shoes and boots. But like even like You fucking made me lose my train.
Talking about the food trucks, the comida.
Yeah, but
We can get
if we get alcohol out there somehow, or like vendors, basically, you know what I mean?
Nasty Boy Click to have a concert. Or
Shit, I want to get lost in love with you.
Damn,
or Lil Rob
hell yeah.
to be Pacific.
To be specific, bro. Yin Yang Twins.
Yeah. Vital Squad.
But really, I want to put that out there, man, so that anybody that, like you said, dude, there's a lot of people out there with businesses that might help them to have something for a write-off. I don't know how it works, but holler at us.
Yeah,
one way or another.
I mean, you're talking about food trucks. I'm not asking you to give out free food.
No. Just come out.
Donate your time.
Donate the venue.
Yeah. Something.
Yeah, no. Once we get a venue and we can figure all that out, if people want to, come out with their food trucks and get some business out of it,
for like maybe like spring break or something that week.
I'm thinking that's what I'm thinking. Either springtime or early summertime.
But I'm really like for real about the DJ battle.
That'd be fun, dude.
The live show, the party after. Fuck, dude, that would be so bad.
Eric can dust off his notepad with all his dirty raps.
Ramos can finally do the sea walk.
Hey, don't put that shit out there, bro. I still get shit about that from time to time, man. 4 years later, I still can't do it.
You got any shout outs?
You know what, man? Shout out to our boy Mad Genius. He's got a birthday coming up January 9th, I believe. Man, like I said, we've said it before. Without him, man, none of this would be possible. So big shout out to our boy Mad Genius, Eric Lopez. Everybody, just the listeners, man. Thank y'all for the love and the support. And we're gonna try our best to put out some good content this coming year.
I want to shout out everyone that's wanting to do better for 2024, man. Because you can fucking do it, and I'm praying for all you, and you fucking deserve a bigger and better fucking 2024.
For sure.
Yeah, but till next time, guys, man. Read some books.
Oh, hey. Didn't see you there. This episode is brought to you by DJ Kipo. DJ Kipo handles all things like weddings, quinceañeras, anniversaries, and graduations. He's good at what he does, keeps the party going. And hit him up on IG, TikTok at DJ Kipo 806. Once again, that's DJ KEEPO 806. Oh, it's you again. This episode is brought to you by Patriot Paint and Construction. They specialize in commercial and residential. They also specialize in drywall and paint. No job is too big or too small for them. Hit them up at 806-544-7199. Oh, you're still here? This episode is brought to you by Tigre Burrito, located at 720 Highway 62 in Wolford, Texas. They're open Tuesday through Saturday, 7 a.m. to 2 p.m. They specialize in breakfast and lunch burritos. They've also got some plates. Tell them JP Lopez sent you. But breakfast burritos are pretty fucking huge, so you better bring a big appetite. They're the shit.